All right. Is it up on something that I can start sharing it, or?
It's just
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Microphone gets in the way, doesn't it? Does this go wireless or not? I can't walk over there and
No.
just check.
Yep, so it's up now at half
Okay, I'll search that.
So Phil, I'm going to go and share it. A couple of groups. I'll tell you what groups I can share.
Mm-hmm.
Sharing it to Victorian Old Bowls tournaments. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Hayfield Bowling Club and the Halftime Heroes. And with me throughout the day, we have Phil and Leonie.
Good afternoon.
We've got a media megastar just lurking in the background there, just dying to get on in Brad.
I've
We'll
just
Correct,
gone to the
correct.
bar.
We'll get him very shortly. But, folks, we've got a great match coming up today.
Well, some great matches, actually. It's a real carnival real carnival feel here, Pete. You can hear that noise in the background. Isn't rain or thunder? What is it, Pete?
That's the beautiful sound of
Sunshine.
I'd call it sizzling sausages on the barbecue.
Sizzling sausages. And those dulcet tones, obviously, is Leonie Flynn, who will be helping us out today, won't you, Loans?
Oh, I'm sure they're all pleased that I'm here.
And what will you be doing for us today?
I'm getting good at roaming, so I've decided rather than roaming reporting, I may do some roaming score gets for you guys.
So, folks, just to let you know, here at down here in Hayfield, we have two greens. We have the synthetic at the front, which we'll be covering today, which is the Division 1 final. but we do have a couple of matches out the back, and so Leonie will be helping us out there with updates for those scores.
Getting my 10,000 steps up.
So out the back we have, what matches do we have out the back?
We have Stratford versus...
It started already.
Oh,
We've got Stratford versus Bairnsdale out the back there.
Yeah.
And then we've also got Meetung versus Mafra.
Mafra. And
Yep,
of course,
Divisions 3 and 4.
Of course, the big one we have here is Division 1, and Division 1 that are playing, of course, is Paynesville, who've come from the absolute clouds.
They have indeed.
They got into fifth with a win over Stratty in the last round.
Oh, I'd like to forget that one.
So they've got in there, and they certainly came in with some momentum. So they've got through. As I predicted, I might add, they've got through to the final.
Yes, I must admit you're right.
Yeah. So they're playing, obviously, Bairnsdale. Now, Bairnsdale have been the team to beat, finished on top.
Mind you, Stratford did beat Bairnsdale. Just makes you wonder, doesn't it? But, yeah, should be a ripping match. Paynesville coming from the clouds and seeing what they can give Bairnsdale today.
Right. Well, it's probably a very opportune time to go through the teams.
And going through first, Phil. Which team?
Start with the live stream, Rick.
Well, we'll start with the live stream rink, which let's go through Bairnsdale, and perhaps if you can give some comments on the players' loans. We're looking at James Clay, who will be leading off for Bairnsdale.
James Clay, very consistent lead.
Adam Easton, who normally led,
Yes,
but he's
well,
moved.
he left Paynesville to go to Bairnsdale this year, so tough game for him. But he's always thereabouts.
Well, used to lead and now moved into the second position. He plays in the regional team and was also a member of the winning State Fours, so he'll be going to State Week. James McCausland.
James McCausland. Well, James has been about for some time now. He was a great player at West Sale. He's now gone off to, I think he also took 1 year to Traralgon, and now he's gone back to Bairnsdale and got all his kids playing in the Gippsland Geckos too, which is great. But
that's fantastic. Yep. And Neil Watts is the skip on that rank.
Yeah, he's been about for a while. He's an old dinosaur. Well, his father's the dinosaur, I guess. But no, Neil does really well. He's been skipping for a few years and very, very, very consistent.
Okay, so let's now look at Paynesville, and we start off with the young Lacey Kiss loans. Great story there.
Yeah, a bit of bias, I guess. But Lacey, I mean, she's just had an amazing year. She came up against Corey Wedlock at Newborough early January and gave him a good fight. She's also was in the state women's singles. Went down to Julie Simpson from Lakes Entrance, but I mean,
what an effort!
Yeah, absolute effort. You know, she's just a little gun, 11 years of age, and we've seen nothing from Lacey yet, and she's already bloody good.
So, say that to viewers again. What age, Loans?
11 years of age.
11 years of age in a Division 1 final. How great is that for the game?
Just amazing. Just amazing.
Second, Mick Better.
Mick Better, crazy cat. Prefer to call him clever cat, I guess. So Mick has come from Lindenau and he's joined Paynesville's ranks this year with his mate Jack Sharman. And he's bowling at his best, I would say.
Yeah. Then Darren Orish.
Cougs, Cougs has been very impressed watching a few of his later games, especially down at Bairnsdale that day. I mean, he was just all over it, amazing. Holds his own. I think he was runner-up in his club's men's singles as well, just a couple of weeks ago.
He was, and it came right down to the end there. Quite disappointed on that. He really wanted that. Lovely guy, also a team member of the winning State Fours that will be going up representing the region up there in the States. And the skip, very good bowler, Mark Chalman.
Absolutely.
Chalky.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I think you'll find Chalky is Steve Skrzynski from Bairnsdale. I think Cholly is short for Chalman.
You are correct.
Thank you.
All right. Now, on the furthest rank here, which is, we'll have a look at Brian Casey for Bairnsdale.
Don't know Brian so well. Help me.
Yes.
He's here playing a grand final today.
Yeah,
goes all right.
Must be going all right to slip into this team. Peter Rowe.
Peter Rowe, yep.
Danny Praza.
Yep, he's always thereabouts, Danny.
And Stephen Skrazinski.
Skozinski.
Did I get that right, Pete?
I think.
Very Polish of you, Phil.
Now they're up against Glennis Bujaya.
Glennis. Now, she's really started to show her colours this year. Well, I believe she's shown them the last few years. She's put out a fabulous lead bowl there, right as we say her name, and that is Glennis. I mean, one on, one behind.
Yep.
Glennis, very underrated ladies player. And
Rhonda Sadolski.
Rhonda Sadowski, she's been about for a while. Very, very, very good ladies player in our region. Yeah, she'll go well today.
Simon Kiss.
Kissy, wow, golly gosh, what a mother's milk kiss. Wonder how many of them he had this morning. No, Kissy's had a great season as well. Won the mixed pairs with Joe Martin just recently.
Yep.
And obviously very, very proud of his girls getting through on the state fours side with. So there's
So Simon has he has 2 daughters.
Yep.
And I believe the second she was played in Division 2.
So we've got Ella over.
Yeah.
On the further 3 rinks away. So we've got Ella's 14 years of age. So
well, real family affair. So
absolutely.
All 3 of them into finals, and Jackie Sharman, of course.
Yep, Jack. Yep, it should be very excitable. Jack is a very excitable player, always there. Very wears his heart on his sleeve. And we expect to see some great plays from Jack today.
Yeah, always up and about, and a very good bowler. Very encouraging to his team. Jeff Woodward is the lead in the remaining one.
Yep.
And Trevor Malott.
Trevor Malott, he's been about for a bit too.
Stewie Pires.
God bless Stewie. He was in the regional side as well.
Yes.
I mean, when he's on, he can hardly be beaten. Wonderful player.
Very good bowler. Got me in the state singles.
Yes, I played pinned against him a couple of times. Tell me about that.
And Brad Montant.
He's probably gone a little bit quiet of late, but Brad plays some great bowls, and he's really kicked on these last couple of years.
And they're playing Peter Fisk.
Peter Fisk from Paynesville, the old, he's an old dinosaur, isn't he? But shit, can he lead?
Yep.
He's very, very good player. John Clark, yep, very good player as well.
Darren Martin.
Dazza, yep, he'll be sorry he's not out in the grass green, I guess. He's been looking after that, so I think he got the synthetic for that reason,
And legs 11, George Lambos, the big man.
Yep, George Legs Lambos. Yep, very, very good player. He's always thereabouts. Just lovely fella too, and always up and about and very encouraging. And let's wish him great bowls today.
That's good news. Well, folks, they're starting on their first end, and as we said, Leonie will certainly be giving us some phone updates, won't she, Pete?
She'll be ringing around and just getting all the updates.
So I bugger off a bit.
No, you'll be with us. You're part of the team, Leonie.
Oh, thanks, mate. Thank you. I'll just keep back then. All relaxed now.
All right, so folks, first end, let's see where we're about.
Got Mick Better on the mat.
Mick Better.
Those farms, they must be getting some good business. There's a fashion statement.
Yeah.
Those umbrellas out the front.
Yeah, good ball. Coming in behind. And another one coming in behind.
Yeah. Oh, there.
Adam Easton. First one was probably 2 metres through. Corrects with that. Very good effort considering he's changed hands as well.
Lovely home.
Usually a very good corrector of his bowls is Mick Better. Oh, he's crossing the head. He's got the weight but changed the head. Start to feel a bit of a breeze coming through commentary area and under the veranda.
I wouldn't have said it was that much. I think he'd be a bit disappointed with his line, to be honest.
That's the breeze coming in after the barbecue switched off, Phil.
Oh. It was sucking a bit of air.
Bit of oxygen, yep.
All right. Well, I could be wrong, but at this stage it does look Bairnsdale could have 3 shots if they're the blue ones out the front. Sorry, I was yibber-yabbering. Needs to sit that one and in through. So 3 down's the call from Charlie. There's 2 bowls to sit on.
Still enough room there too.
Yeah. So Cougs comes now.
Might come in all right, this one.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that. That's what the team needs. Look at that.
What a lovely shot.
Took beautiful grass.
Yep. That's how he's been playing in the finals.
Yep. Let's hope he takes that form into the States.
Nice man. I've always found it hard to call him that. James McCausland. Yeah, great effort.
Yeah, he corrected slightly, but still probably a good metre over. Yeah, his grass is pretty good again, I have to tell you. And just all on his weight.
Just pull up, I think.
Just took the weight off. Oh, beautiful line. He's done his damage. He's basically done a 4-shot turnaround, holding 1. Was 3 down.
For the potential drive.
Yeah. Interesting which way to call. Don't be surprised if maybe the hands changed to now come down and sit the bowl, or the jack move across to the 2 Bairnsdale bowls as we see it on the right-hand side, folks, as the sun comes out and hits the screen.
Very clear, isn't it? His sunglasses on commentating. This is ridiculous.
Turn that down a smidge. There we go. Yep. And that is the shot he's going to play, and I think rightfully so. Line's good. Yep. Oh, I tell you what. It's a rip-roarer, and that is, and there it goes. Over to the 2, and that is now 3 shots. There you go. Well, could be 4 now, actually.
Uproar in the crowds.
Push that one through nicely. It's nice when it comes off, Pete.
That's fantastic bowling.
That was the shot.
He played it perfectly.
Yeah, he sure did.
No luck there.
1 down to 4 up. Good bowls. Good bowls. All right. See, Charlie can make the difference. He does have a nest of them to sit down, at least try and cut it down. Most players will be preferring to try and draw bowls at this early stage. Oh, this is
looking
a good bowl.
Good. Looking very good.
Oh, look at this. Oh.
Yeah, great shot.
Oh, wait a minute. I think he probably still has it. They're checking now.
Be close, but anyway, he's cut, at least 2 out.
So, folks, this is the type of standard of bowls we're going to get for the rest of the day. We're in for an absolute nail biter.
Going to be absolutely spoiled.
Fantastic effort.
It's all right. You'll get a word soon, Pete. You'll get to, make your way in again.
I'm doing very well.
Right, well, I might take a break and go and see how Stratford's going on the grass green, guys, and
thank you.
Bring in the man himself. We will get Bradley Lancaster.
Yes.
Who will probably have some more technical.
Yep, okay. So, yep. All right, folks, so we have Brad Lancaster, Esquire.
Hey, Phil. How you going?
I'm very good, very good. Very good. This will be a rip-roarer, and based on the few shots that we've had, this green looks as though it's playing very true, which will only ensure that we do get a full range of the bowls available in our game of lawn bowls. We've already seen drawing, we've seen a slight upshot, and we've seen some lovely sit bowls at this stage.
Yeah, just being a passive observer just at the start there, and some beautiful shots here by the skips just to convert these heads and change it around a bit.
Yep.
It just says a lot for how the game's really going to be set up for the duration.
Yep.
He's up high already, Phil.
Oh, jeepers, creepers. Well, they won't be using a laser. Not on this.
It's almost a feeler gauge job, that one.
It is almost that. So tell me, Brad, who are you picking to win today? We haven't actually gone through that.
No.
I know. I came out of the blocks early on who I thought would even make the finals, and I'm very chuffed to say I got that right. Who do you think?
Well, gee, it's just through the whole season, it's been quite hard to pick. It's probably the top 7 or 8 teams, to be honest, to make it through the finals, and then the final series itself just threw up a few curveballs. And I was just driving down from Hayfield to Hayfield today, and really, to be honest, I can't pick it. The first 5 ends is really going to tell us a lot about this game. Paynesville, I'm guessing, will be a little bit nervous. They really haven't found themselves in this position in the recent memory. They have won a flag in the last 6 or 7 years ago, I think it would have been.
Yep.
But other than that, it's just been domination by Bairnsdale and Lakes Entrance. So,
well, Bairnsdale have been on pretty well on top all year. I think they only lost a couple of matches. I could be wrong. Certainly lost one against Stratty.
Yeah.
Which would have surprised a few.
You look at that cattle, and they've really had the same core of players for it'd be a decade at least now. They've blooded a few people up. If you look at Brad Montant, he's been a really steady lead for probably 5 or 6 years, and now given the opportunity to skip.
Yes.
And so it's really no surprise they're up at that pointy end. They've always have been for recent memory anyway.
Correct. Now, I did notice when I went through the young Ayla isn't in that. They've brought in somebody else by the looks of it, maybe more experience for the finals.
Yeah, just I think Ayla played 5 or 6 games through the season. Just looking at the record, we didn't play Bairnsdale through the season. We were washed out, unfortunately. But it's good to see players like Ayla actually here today, experiencing the feeling of being
I'm
involved in the grand final.
Fairly confident she must be the emergency. Maybe they've certainly involved her in that. She was dressed. She was here in the warm-up, roll-up, getting all that experience. And, of course, she made the under-18 Vic team, didn't she?
That's right, yeah. And from all reports, performed really well. Played the front end. Had a game playing third, I believe, in one of the fours teams. And, did a really good job.
Well, it just goes a fair way to where Junior Bowls is going down here with the Geckos, which is the young youth team, doing very well. And, of course, we're mentioning the 2 KISS girls who are both playing finals here today, and one of which came runners-up in the state singles. So great effort, and just says a lot about the youth program down here in Gippsland.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Must say, Nigel Plunkett really leading the charge there. Doing a great job.
Does a great job.
Yep.
Well, I can see Jack going down with some high fives. So I'm assuming he's just got shot over on the far rink, I should say. Now, obviously, Paynesville must have got that measure.
Yeah, just watching that out of the corner of my eye, and the umpire did go backwards and forwards a few times, so it must have been very close. First couple of opening bowls here.
Yep. So this will be important. First bowl, great weight, just the grass. Big ask, 11 years of age, mate. How good's that?
It's just fantastic to watch, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really goes to show that bowls is a game for everybody.
Yep.
You got Lacey at 11.
Oh, here's a correction. Here's a correction. Oh, look at this. This is what we're about. Look at that. 11 years of age, folks.
Serve that up every end. Thank you very much.
Division One grand final.
Yep.
Can't applaud that enough.
And talk about contrast. Here's James Clay, and he's been around as long as I can remember. But he's always been up in this top end of wherever he's played. He was at Orbost for many, many, many years, and has come back to Bairnsdale mainly. He moved back to Bairnsdale.
Well, he certainly did well the first end. I know that he had 2 bowls perfect weight, just sitting out to one side. They'll adjust, folks, to the conditions and the grass and whatever as we go, and just expect it to get better and better.
In this green, I've had a fair bit of experience on this green. You've really just got to trust it and believe that it's going to do what a green should do.
Yes.
So once the players start to pick that up, I'm sure the heads will start to tighten and turn into a very tactical kind of game.
So we see here Adam Easton, who's basically primarily was always a lead, but made the transition to second and played the second in our fours, state fours, didn't he?
That's
and
right.
Bowled well.
Did a great job, and hopefully he carries that on to them when we go up to Bendigo. And that's exactly the kind of bowl you want from your second. You know, a foot or two over.
Yep.
If you miss, you're in a fantastic position.
Well, that's in a great spot if the jack moves backwards, of course. We'll see now if Mick Better makes the adjustment. Well, it was pretty good. See if he can change the grass. See how we go. Certainly looks wider. My recollection, he has quite wide turning bowls. Prefers those so that he can...
Yeah, look, and that's a pretty good bowl there.
Yep.
It's got to just get in Adam's eye. Might just make that shot a little bit more difficult now.
Yeah, certainly will. How are we going here? If he sits that through, yep.
He's changed it enough, you know. And again, that's what you want your second to be doing.
Well, remembering
pretty happy with that.
Remembering, of course, they still have the catcher behind, so they have 2 bowls behind, which is great. Does leave them open to sit this bowl out and go down 3, however. But at worst, you'd think you'd like to, if he misses, just to get behind, which he's done that's a good position bowl, that one.
Very much so. Darren's such an underrated player. How he played in our State Fours team, again, another one of our members in our State Fours team.
Yeah.
You know, affectionately, we call him Cougar.
Yes. Is that because he drinks something? Or?
I don't want to speculate. Might ask him at halftime.
Or is he an animal on the green?
Well, I'd like to think that.
Oh, dear.
Here comes James McCausland.
He's a delightful young man. Got to know him a little bit more up at the regionals.
Yeah, that's right.
Fairly recently.
Yeah, and his nickname is Iceman or Ice.
He doesn't show much emotion.
No, he's on the outside, unflappable.
Yep.
You won't get anything out of him. He'd be a great poker player.
Yes, he would.
What a shot, and just gets enough of the jack to move it through.
Still probably favour Bairnsdale. See what happens. So you can almost air to even cross the headers a little bit here. Well, maybe not that much. Get a bit of a slider. Fattens the target.
Falls over.
Could be. Could be. Good result is what we say.
Mark
we say good result?
That's right. Mark just indicated still hold 2 shots there. So.
Oh, wow.
Good to see, folks, that we've just passed 1,000 views already.
Already 1,000 up. That's incredible.
Come to watch you, Phil.
I heard it was totally different, Brad. we put it out there that Brad Lancaster was on, and they said we're tuning in.
Well, I know there are quite a few watching up from the Mornington Peninsula. They said they'll certainly be tuning in. And tomorrow, Pete, you're back down to Balnarring watching the Mornington Peninsula.
Balnarring. We've had to run a copper wire from Hastings down to Balnarring just to ensure there's a phone connection down there. So, no, it'd be great. And as you can see,
Mate, you're near the naval base. You won't have any problems down there.
Yeah.
if you can't get reception from there, you'll be in big trouble. Almost got to change hands, wouldn't you think? I suppose he wants to push it through.
Well, he does have the Bairnsdale bowl just behind the jack there.
Yeah.
And that's a shot James has just indicated to him.
Yes.
Perhaps he should think about playing.
Well, the perfect world, he comes in under and flicks the Paynesville bowl through. Is the perfect world for them.
That's right.
My understanding is all the white bowls, I'm pretty sure, are Bairnsdale.
So the one that's Jack High there is Paynesville. That's
to the
Lacey's
left.
bowl.
Yeah, the blue one.
And the one just behind Jack High is the Bairnsdale bowl.
Correct. Sometimes we get bowls that are so unideally the same, and they're from different clubs, and that makes it more difficult. So this is the bowl that I thought might have happened. Oh,
what a shot! So that's one of Adam's.
So one down.
Bowls.
Yep, that's it there. Now the other two, I think you'll find. Oh no, one of them, of course, is the bowl that just came in.
Yeah, so that one behind, just on the line, is Darren's Paynesville bowl.
So he will be looking for Adam's bowl, the one out there on the right-hand side, and if he sits that through,
got a great line.
And
just needs to wait.
Is it holding? Might get a rub. He gets the rub and gets the shot. All right, there you go.
Well, you've got to take that. He had the right way to
yes,
get there,
he did.
You know.
He did. And he's always in the area. I played against him in our last match, and always in the area.
He's a very, very good draw bowler. Very good touch bowler.
Well, not only that too. Wait for some of his up shots too. He did quite a couple of those as well. Always, as I said, in the area. So a little bit of pressure here.
Definitely within Neil's wheelhouse, though. I've seen him play many of these shots before. He's got that unconventional style, but gee, he gets the bowl away well.
Well, it is thereabouts. I'm telling you, folks, here it comes. Oh, he's pulling up short.
Just didn't quite get it away.
All right. So let's have a look. Out goes one.
While they're looking at that, we can see on rink 2 that it's 2-all, and over on rink 3 it is 0-3. So
okay,
Paynesville just holding a slight advantage
overall.
I'm still watching the ends counter go over, and I'm really interested to see where the game's placed at that first 5 ends. I think it's just absolutely critical. You know, if Paynes will find themselves ahead, I think it'll be a real settler for them. That belief that they're here and they're part in the game. Whereas if I think Bairnsdale's ahead, their experience would just kind of drag them further ahead. So I think that first 5 ends is going to be really critical.
I think this could be 2 to Paynesville, but we'll check the measure. 2. 2 it is. 2 it is.
So just watching the games last week, and Paynesville in particular, this rink tends to like the longer end. So just see where they plonk the jack here.
Yeah, well, of course, that all comes in. You'll find skips trying it out different lengths. Generally, there is a tendency to sort of go mid-length until you get your touch and then watch some dramatic changes.
Well, without giving away my game plan, that's pretty much what I try to do at the start of the game. Just feel out your opposition and roll it pretty short here, though.
Yeah, I was just saying to the folks, as a skip, you don't really want to play weighted shots early on. You like to get your touch first, don't you?
Definitely.
Always takes a couple of ends to get that, and if you're drawn into the fact of having to do a full-on drive or a weighted shot, can mean it takes you a little bit longer to settle, doesn't it, Brad?
That's right. You get those first couple of draw shots in the head, even though you might not necessarily get the shot as a skip. At least you're getting the touch for that draw shot, and you don't want to be in the position where you've played a few up shots to convert heads and things, and then you find yourself 5 or 6 down and having to play that critical draw shot. It's very, very difficult.
I think that's it too. So minimise your first, and look, if you go down 1 in the first couple of ends, it's not a biggie. But if you go down 5 or 3s or 4s or multiples early on, that rod on your back you could be playing chase up all game, unfortunately. So as you said, the first 5 are very, very important. Saying that, I say over in rink 2, a shot, certainly full drive goes in. Well,
it must have been good. The Fireys have come to watch. Just going past.
Someone must have tipped them off you were here, Brad.
So this jack is about half a metre over the length, so that's very good.
I can see a wheel clamp going on a Ford Ranger over there.
That's your car.
Oh dear.
Great crowd in attendance, folks.
Oh, mate, look at it. We're looking under the veranda, and of course, you obviously have the clubhouse between the two greens. We've got 2 matches here, 2 out the back, and yep, people enjoying the shade at this minute because it is quite warm. Beautiful weather down here in Hayfield, sorry. I combined the two.
Why not?
Combine the two. I have played down here for 2 years. You'd think I'd get it right.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And if
hardly any wind either too.
I did go for a walk over the other side of the club rooms where Division 3 and 4 are playing. And there's just as many people on that side of the green watching those lower divisions, which is just fantastic.
Yep.
It can be a real thrill for a lot of those. A lot of people playing in the lower divisions and seeing people around the green watching their game. It's just fantastic.
Well, particularly when you look at some of the smaller clubs too. So sometimes you'll find, particularly when they make a grand final, it's fantastic news, isn't it?
Yep. So I think this change of length has just caught out the leads. It seemed to be a little bit.
Well, they brought the measure tape out, didn't they? So obviously it was close to minimum. See what happens here.
Right.
A little bit of a problem is there's sort of wing bowls, but they're in front, aren't they? Which makes it a little bit difficult. So you've got to come in around or even under, and sometimes this means you are looking to actually cross the head a bit, but still, as long as you can get around jack high, you're doing quite well.
That's right, and it's the kind of shot that you get with a bit of practice, just having that mental capacity to be able to back yourself that you can draw under it.
Yep.
Like I was saying before, just trusting this green that it's going to do the things that you think it's going to do.
Yep. So there's an example of good grass, just the way. You're working on that correction. It's Georgie Lambos doing some high fives with the young Kissy girls, trying to get them up and about. Great support from Paynesville with their youngies, I must say.
Yeah, they really do a great job of looking after the young girls and making sure that they're well supported and feeling really good about themselves on the green as well as their contribution to the team.
Mm-hmm. All right. Adam Easton bowling now.
Just got to correct his weight here. Does look a lot better.
Go by body language.
He just ran through about 2 or 3 feet.
Okay.
You need about that much more on your last. Give yourself a bit of chance on the width. Yeah, wait, Andy. Good. A bit of graph.
Needs it to giggity up a little bit.
Not a bad effort. About 1.5 feet, 2 feet out. As I used to say, roll in a ball.
Correct.
It's on its running surface there, and the other Bairnsdale bowl on the other running, they're both on their running surface. They're not going to need much to tap in, not on the short end. So,
yep.
I've got a feeling the short length might have spooked them a bit.
Yeah, well, they might have heard me say, I think they're going to roll it long here, and then they pull out the short end.
Well, the thing about it, Brad, and I think you'd back me up here, is that sometimes the amount of grass required can vary from short to long ends. What might be suitable, sometimes you actually get gaps in the buildings, particularly on windy days. You can find that it brings it in on a longer end, whereas shorter ends. I think rule of thumb is you don't have to go as wide when you're bowling a shorter end than a long end.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a lot of different ways to get the bowl down the other end. And if you're bowling off the bank, your line changes. If you've seen the shoulder of the bowl, as it visualising the path the bowl's going to take down, you've got to think about playing that narrower kind of line. The bowl's not going to have an opportunity to get onto its running surfaces for as long as time as it would for a long end as well. So that can affect how the bowl turns.
Oh, we've got our first, no, sort of in out of the way. That will come through the gap, actually.
Yep.
Plenty of noise. Plenty of noise.
Peter Fisk, he was on fire last week. He was on fire the week before. It's no surprise to see him on the track again. He's revitalised himself.
Oh, come on. Mr. Better, out of the way, please.
Neil's pretty close to you. Only a few inches short.
We know it's hard, folks, because people want to get involved and they're normally
Far
where does he go? Better's hole. 2 to Paynesville. 3. 3's the call. Well, there's an opportunity for a shot here. So he's looking just to take the jack through,
really
and we will see. He may get a rub off this yet. It's close. Oh, through the gap. Very good effort. Very good effort. Two. Yes, quite rightly. He got the ball wrong from the wrong club. So it's another 2. So 2 to Paynesville.
So white bowls, I should go and get a spray paint.
Yes.
Who'd have white bowls?
That takes it to 11-2 at the moment, folks.
Well, it's a very good start. So any thoughts of Paynesville being a little bit grand final shy? It doesn't appear to be the case. Of course, there's plenty of time to catch up. And as we know, momentum is a huge thing in this game, Brad.
Oh, most definitely. You'll find the game will go through swings and up and down and sideways. And the 21 ends, I love this format. It's just, it gives the opportunity for those kind of, changes through the game to evolve.
Yeah. I often say that if your team has the momentum, I call it like a wave. You ride that wave for as long as you can. You know at some stage it's going to wither out.
Yep.
And so you make the most of it. And then, of course, if the wave's against you, you try and minimise, and then grab your opportunity when you get the chance of a multiple.
Yeah, that's right. And I was watching the Premier League final last night, and that's exactly what kind of happened. One of the sides was a little bit behind, and they pushed hard to get that surge happening, but they just probably need another end or so to get somewhere close.
Well, good result for Footscray team, wasn't it?
Vinny McElwain from Traralgon will almost call him local.
Vinny most likely, he's probably playing another final himself because I noticed there the Traralgon are playing, and I'm sure he'd be back for that. And that's what Bowls Vic are trying to do, of course, is get the best quality bowlers into the Premier League, and they've made that Friday night. And then, of course, that then allows them to filter back out into their home clubs. And Vinny's, of course, is Traralgon, and I see they're playing in the final.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for those local players to be showcased at that level.
Well, gives them great experience, which they then can bring back out to the clubs.
Great bowl by James, and just jack over.
Right. So lovely, good bowl there by young Lacey Kiss.
She's correcting very well. That first bowl might be a metre or so behind or in front, but then the second bowl is just all over it.
Well, for a club to give confidence to 11-year-old to play is pretty huge. Says a fair bit, in my opinion. They won't get better experience than this, Brad.
No, playing a grand final on a day like this, on a green like this with these all these people watching, just fantastic for it.
All right, let's see how Adam goes here. Tells me he enjoys the transition from lead to second, gives him a little bit more responsibility and variety in his shot selection.
Yeah, so Adam's a very, very steady draw bowler, and from that years of leading experience, and he's done really to step up to the second position.
Did pretty well
Quite
in
well.
the state singles too. Who won the state singles, Brad?
I'd have to look on bowls. Check that one out. Mick was just about a foot or so short there. He's on the right kind of track, but he might have got in the way a bit playing this the side that's closest to the clubhouse here.
Yep.
Paynesville just one up in their head here, and he's trying to build a bit of a head, I think.
Yeah, which way to go, Brad? You'd almost contemplate coming the other hand. Maybe come in off the wide one, but no. Just come through. It's two different options.
Yeah, just with the sun shining there, you can see there's a blue bowl about 2.5, 3 foot short. That's a Bairnsdale bowl.
Yep.
And Neil was just indicating that's okay to roll that one up there, James. That'll do the job nicely.
Fatten the head, give him a chance to get at it, I suppose. And obviously his bowl coming in. Look, yep, I tell you. Oh, oh wow, almost
Sometimes
perfect shot.
Sometimes those little skiddies go for you, and sometimes they're against you.
Yep. So obviously Paynesville will leave that side open and then try and do the same on their side by bringing one of their bowls. So important to try and change the head.
Oh, it's such an underrated thing to do. Like, I've got no problems at all if a teammate of mine changes the head, even if we end up being a shot or so down. At least they're trying to involve themselves in the game. Very important.
Doesn't need to change too much, but definitely looks narrower. Could get a rub. Okay. Makes it harder now for Paynesville to come the other hand.
I'm just looking up at the trees here, and it looks like the wind's just starting to pick up a bit too. So see how that influences the game.
That flag is moving around a little bit, though. Of course, we're fairly protected in here. But you're right. Oh, you can feel it now.
Well,
you can
we
probably
hear it coming through the microphone.
You can hear it coming through the microphone a little bit.
Yes.
Brolly's moving around. People's wide brimmed hats starting to flap a bit. Just a little gust, I think.
In saying that, on top of the trees have stopped blowing, so go figure.
Might be just one of those little thermal puffs.
Yep.
Here comes Mark, or Chelly. Everyone calls him Chelly.
Yep.
He's a little short.
Yeah. Well, it makes his next shot very hard. He may, next on how the head is, he may take the option to just do a draw shot, change hands, try and come through that gap on the right-hand side as we're looking at it.
But Neil will never die wondering. He'll always be, looking to niggle up there. He has that fantastic, perfect yard-on shot.
Yep.
Really controls his weight so well.
So 5-4 next door, folks. So they've caught up, but still 5-zip on Jackie Sharman's rink at this stage.
The other way around.
I think they're 5. They're on the right-hand side. That's ours. 5, 4
So
next door.
4 and
And
Jack
then
Sharman.
Jack Sharman.
And then-
Jackie Sharman's the furthest one, way, Brad.
Yep.
So it's got 5 zip up on that one, I believe.
Yes, it has. After 4.
And this will be the combined. Oh. Yes.
Much better, Chili.
Yeah, so very opened up a bit with that previous bowl, and then it comes. All right, I think we're about to get an update in regards to over on the other rink.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lines went MIA for a little bit. Caught up with a few people on the grass greens.
How unusual for you to get caught up talking to people.
Fancy that, hey, fancy that. Anyway, I've got some results so far. So they've both played the six ends over there. You've got Mafra on top, 10-1.
Ooh.
Got their hand up on top of Mutang at the moment. And, what's happened there? And then we've also got Bairnsdale Stratford. Bairnsdale's up 10-4.
Right, okay. And speed of the green out there. I know there was some concern with the speed of the green, but it looked reasonably good out there in the roll-up.
Yeah, well, it was. I actually got me watch out and timed it as I would. It was running at 15 seconds. I thought that was pretty good.
That is.
The grass looks fabulous out there.
Well, that was fantastic because I think there was.
Martin's watching.
It was. Yeah, he's playing.
He's playing.
Oh, he gets to listen. He gets to listen.
He'll watch it. He'll watch it later. Well, he certainly got it. He certainly got it up and running because I think there was 12s or something was about a week ago, but they worked on it pretty hard this week.
They have. Big shout out to Charlie Wojcinski.
All right. I can tell you that doesn't show on this with that, but young Leslie's been bowling very, very well. She's particularly corrected quite well. So.
Oh, that's great to hear.
And she really is up against, I really class James as a top class lead. Actually, doesn't with the stick and his age and everything. You think, I don't know about this guy, but he's always super consistent.
Yeah,
Look
like
at this.
on the other side with the stick.
He must have thought it was a good bowl. He put the toucher on it before he let it go.
Very precise. How presumptuous is it? That's backing yourself.
Better grass. Seems to be turning more out that side now.
Yep.
Just needs to sit just the way it corrected the grass. So they're a bit of yapping out there, are they, La?
Not quite as raucous as this side of the clubhouse. I'm not sure they get there. It's only 6 ends in. Bit one side on both games at the moment, so wait and see what happens.
Yep.
Oh, right. Okay. So someone's asked which rink is which. Is that right, Pete?
That's right.
So if we're looking at the score up there that says 0-7, I'm assuming that's Jack Sharman's rink.
Which would be rink 3.
Which is rink 3. Which is the furthest one out. The next score, 5-4, is the one that we're showing, folks.
My favourite old rink 2.
Yeah. And the one in the middle.
Oh, no, sorry.
No, so that's
Yep.
That's the remaining.
So 0-7 is our live stream. Yep.
Oh, is it?
How long you been, Phil?
Oh, way too long.
5-4 is the Lambos versus Montan game.
Tight there.
Yep.
And 0-5 is Jack Sharman versus Steve. Let's just call him Chalky. It's easy for me to say.
We'll say
That, okay, thank you. I can spell it.
So can I.
I'm sure Peter can.
So this head's developing pretty well. It's so it looks like one to Bairnsdale in the head at the moment. Always find if Adam's got a choice, he'll lean on that backhand. He just loves it.
Yes, always. Sit stayed up, I would say. But he plays it very well.
Which is a throwback, isn't it? From now that he's playing two, throwback from all the years. Well, don't know, huge number of years. What, 5 seasons, perhaps?
Yeah, I reckon probably about 4.
Yeah,
3 or 4.
yeah.
Could be his 4th season.
Yep.
Did quite well at the novice level and won the novice championship singles twice, I believe, because you're eligible for it for 2 years. Made it through to state finals a couple of times there.
Oh, I think we had the COVID hiccup too, which they allowed it
Yeah,
to
he got the extra year.
That's
get
right.
an extra year too.
As did everybody else, though, that was eligible. Yep. So he did very well. Did the regional crowd. Comes out Mike's man.
Yeah, nothing phases this lad. Quite a few of them are crossing the head, which may indicate that the breeze is just making it slightly wider.
Yeah, from memory, I believe that side is a little bit wider than this clubroom side. The clubroom side tends to hold a little bit.
Unless, of course, you're going the north end, bowling towards the north end on rink 1, you'll get that big gap in here where the wind goes through.
Yeah, between where we are and the shed. Yeah. Correct.
That shouldn't matter too much at this stage on today's weather.
No. Comes Iceman proudly wearing his region cap there. Nice.
It's all the style now. It's good.
Yes,
Very
good
good.
bowling.
Look at that.
Look at that. Now that is a correction.
Humble as, look at him.
Loves it.
Yeah, he's high-fiving all the way down, cartwheels.
Not quite like
I have been known to try and fire him up a little bit once, and he did slap my hand with a bit of pace once.
Well, I was sort of visualising something else that we're happy to see if we'll do the high fives, maybe not the handstands. Yeah.
Oh dear. Have to be able to do them first, Brad.
I think I'd pull a hamstring just to think about it.
Oh dear.
Just a bit pacey and a bit vicious, I'll say. That's what I usually call it.
Usually 2 things going through your mind when those shots go through, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, he's got to be positive to come in under that bowl, and he's obviously looking for the jack.
Well, he's at least 3 down in the head.
Yeah, correct. So in those circumstances, almost criminal to be short.
I don't think you'll see him short.
I think this is.
Show me up now.
Oh, gee, look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Same hand, yeah.
He's got a few options there.
Yep. Oh, has he got the weight for this shot? Well, he's human. Okay.
We're getting close to that.
We call this a free shot, but the tendency on these is you pull up short on them. Sometimes you don't want to go into it too heavy, and so the tendency is to go the opposite.
True. Just looking across to rink 3, and you see Jack Sharman's up 7 skip, and Glen's pretty much got 2 clubs on the jack.
Okay, so it shows the importance of your first two, your front end, of course, particularly your lead. Very much difference.
Wow. Very, very timely there.
Yeah. Wow. Well, there you go. That helps.
It's only 4 shots overall, though.
Yeah.
Still
Oh,
pretty
look,
tight.
it's anyone's game, especially at this stage.
So we've reached the 5 ends across the 3 rinks, and it's pretty close. Pretty close. That's what I was predicting.
Mm.
And we wanted to. I mean, Paynesville and Bairnsdale, they're both used to playing on the grass. And here they are at Hayfield playing on the synthetic green, and it's opposites out the other side. So it goes to show who is going to prove their stuff and just, combat anyone
Mm.
on any green. Who's going to adjust?
So here comes the ding dong battle of the leads.
Lisa's that beautifully with the arm, doesn't he?
Mm. Probably, you'd see it's definitely holding that side, and look at that.
Oh, well, on about.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Great ball play.
So this then brings a little element of our game too. It's being able to bowl to a jack off the line. Definitely a real skill. Tell you what,
She's not far away.
she won't want this back. I can tell you that.
Oh,
Oh,
what
look
a
at
ball.
this.
Lacey kicks. What a ball.
What a great ball.
Just got to applaud.
Oh,
What was that? 11 years of age.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Look out, Australia.
Yeah.
She hasn't got Victorian level yet, but Paynesville's that
Well,
far away, I'd imagine.
She keeps this going, I'd be standing by the phone. Certainly has.
Might even have a couple.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be counting James out though.
great effort. Importantly, he's got a bowl behind the jack, so in the formation of the head, that can become obviously important. And given that plenty of air. But again, behind won't be the end of the earth.
Never a problem back there, I can tell you that. I think somebody did some stats on Premier League once and counted how many times the jack moves back versus how many times it goes forward, and well into the 200s going backwards, but only 3 times forwards.
Well, one did go forward, yes, last night.
Oh, we watched a bit of BPL through the week as well. But yeah, there was a group of one last night. But yep, mostly it goes back. Yep.
Yep, correct. So there's a time to cover, but then sometimes you just better to try and change the head or even take your opposition's bowl first before they get to it sometimes too. It's a tendency to hide away from that, but just leaves you open to going down multiples sometimes.
Right there. Clever. Not so clever.
I'll be very surprised if he doesn't adjust with his second bowl. Very good at that. Oh, what have we got? Charlie in the way, unfortunately.
You could get worse views.
Sometimes it's best the players are in the right position rather than us. But
Leave it.
Sorry, I thought it was
Leave
special
it.
comments.
Leave it.
Oh, look at the head over there on Lone Boss's ring.
Yeah.
Brad Montana. Incredible. Well, I might pop over and see what's going on over on the grass.
Think you can't be?
I'll be back.
I'll miss you already, Loans.
She'll get caught up talking to people out there, no doubt.
I'm glad it's the internet.
Oh dear.
You you taking your phone?
So it's still Paynesville one up in the head here, but Bairnsdale have they've got two very good handy seconds there. They could just roll that ball. Ooh, that changes it.
Yep. Oh, that's a good result.
Such a difficult shot to play that when you've got a bowl
onto a
short
single
of the jack.
Yeah, correct.
And that's really a lot of the time the best you can hope for is just roll it over, even though you're still down one in the head. Yeah, that shot's available.
Could change hands. What do you think?
Well, that's one of those opportunities where you could, but he's just played one on that hand, I guess, and just stay there. A little bit more positive this one.
Bit of weight.
Oh, there you go.
Well played.
Yep, back to. Yep. There you go.
Adams back bowl.
Correct. Be happy with that.
It just totally transforms the head, doesn't it?
Yep.
So
thereabouts is what you want with this. It's coming.
we're yelling at it, get down inside the boundary.
Anyone, just chuck them through on the Halftime Heroes Facebook page, and we'll answer your questions. We have some very experienced bowlers here on the panel today. Big thank you to our streaming partners today, Skydome down at Coringal. Really welcome their support in getting this coverage up and going. Also, Aftercare, a Skirmish, and Pure Plant Protein that help us get this gear up on the road.
Still haven't seen any of that, Pete.
Haven't you? It's good stuff. Have a look at me, Phil.
You keep promising it, but I never see
It's
it.
in powder form. I can't bring it down. I'm not allowed to cross state lines.
No, you're not. Region lines.
Oh, it's far away here. He's just got to hold. Bairnsdale holding. The jack's just behind that blue bowl there with the yellow sticker. Yep. I believe Paynesville's got second shot with Darren's greenish bowl there. They've also got third shot with that. Oh no, that third shot is James from Bairnsdale. So it'll just be interesting to see if Chelly can get enough turn on that hand. It has been holding.
Mm.
It's just a matter of getting the weight right.
For anyone sitting at home on YouTube and got the volume switched up, that hissing is not Phil. That is the barbecue behind us.
They've obviously sold out of the first lot and fired it up again, Pete.
Just a little crackle.
Country bowls at its best.
You're smelling very delicious. Partial to a sausage. That's a Bairnsdale bowl coming in. It's a bit of it. Oh, and what has he done? I think he's drawn that shot.
Yep. All right, just got loans coming in.
Okay, quick score update on the grass greens. We've got Meetung versus Mafra. Mafra up 17-9 on 10 ends. And then we've got Bairnsdale versus Stratford. It is 13-6 up to Bairnsdale on 10 ends.
Thanks, Lance, for that. I think we've just now teed it up that probably any of those more updates is we might even get a phone call in and a bit of a conversation out there as well.
Just ring in, Lance. That's all you got to do. We have the technology.
Oh, stop it. Yes.
So Chelly's almost drawn second shot here. So they've taken one Bairnsdale bowl out of the head already, which was Neil's bowl. Fantastic draw shot that he played. Just measuring for second shot here. See, they've had some close measures on this rink so far.
Yeah, they have.
Could be a good indication, Brandon. We might have the last rink here. Could be all up for grabs. You never know.
Well, nothing more exciting than that, especially if it's close at the end.
It's 6-all on rink 2, and picked up a couple here. We're just looking at the scoreboard here.
Yeah, well, they finally hit the scoreboard over on rink 3. Bairnsdale now 2. Paynesville 6.
Paynesville almost got through that first 5 ends unscathed, really, and then Bairnsdale just won the last couple of ends of that stanza. It's really just it's made it such a close game now. Only a few shots in it.
So some good bowls. Most ends the jack has been moved, hasn't it? Which is usually a good indicator.
It is. It means your front end players have that confidence to be drawing right up to the jack, or what you call a full draw, just making sure they're there and not dropping too short. And you kind of expect by this start of the stage of the game for the players to be picking up the pace of the green and lines and things, having that confidence in the green. It's going to do what you want it to do.
There's a good bowl. You don't mind your first bowl going behind.
Never a problem.
Always better to be heavy and then correct back than be short and then correct forward. Looking good, this one. Looking very good.
They even got Neil clapping it.
Wow, look at that. Well, yep.
I don't know how she's going to correct on that one.
No.
The corrections has been really, really good.
Yes, correct. Here it comes. Well, two very good position bowls.
Yeah.
Ideal world if we can get one in behind just between the jack and those two would be the perfect leads bowls.
Well, it just gives a second a chance to play in there. Have that confidence that if you're a little bit over, it's not going to be the end of the world.
And you want your second to play positively. You need to. Should be a little bit disappointed with that one.
Might be for Adam's first go on his forehand, I believe.
Yeah,
See how he comes in.
Well, let's watch this then. First time ever.
Well, his grass is pretty good.
He's fair.
He might have been playing the wrong hand all along. It's great effort, great second shot.
Yep.
Good second.
Well, Bairnsdale next bowls can certainly start to be a little bit more positive at that, I would think. 3 second shots.
Might be a tap wide.
Yeah, well, he's big turners, but you're right, Loans.
Stand corrected.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
waving the arms, trying to get that around. He'll be disappointed because his weight was pretty good on that one.
Mm.
Anyway,
his first one wasn't terrible.
You'd just be thinking same bowl.
Same bowl, yeah. Yep. No.
Narrowed this one up a bit.
Yep, this is a better bowl. Sure, in she comes. It's all on weight.
Not sure if he's quite there. Neil was in a better position to explain it to us.
Yeah, it should be narrow, but it depends on his
Didn't quite
weight.
send it.
No. His weight mightn't have been too bad. Expect a correction.
Oh, Montana just plays an absolute great shot.
Did he?
Middle ring there.
Yeah. Well, this is looking reasonable. Still 2. Not much to change.
He's got the weight. Got a
How's
good
that one
bowl here.
looking? Yeah,
Yeah, if he has, can do some damage.
looks all
Just
right.
a little rub.
Oh,
Ooh.
great effort. Great effort.
Almost flopped in for sure.
Yep. Grass is good.
This is kind of where
Grass
you don't
is
mind
good.
if you change the head a little.
Hello.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a great shot.
Yeah.
Just unlucky he didn't flip when it flopped.
Talking about flip flops, I haven't heard Simon Kiss flip flopping up the green yet. Where is he? He wear it to
Surely.
I think because he's over on that far rink, you're probably out of earshot.
Well, the wind must be blowing that way. That's a bonus too.
Well, he's not the only one. I can see 2 others out and about with those on today.
Well, one thing I haven't seen Simon do is run up and down the green in his thongs. He's a
No,
little bit
I haven't
hazardous.
seen him. Yeah, I haven't seen him go over yet. But there's always a first for everything.
They've got to be slippery today, don't they? Right day.
But look, if it happens, we'll make sure we'll catch it.
Very
Oh,
near.
here we go.
Oh, those shots are just made for Neil.
Yep.
He's just built his whole career on playing that. Not even a yard over. It's almost 2 feet.
Yeah.
Just perfect.
Got it down, Pat. Brad,
Mm.
did you teach him?
No, he's just had plenty of practice against me doing it.
Ah, is that what it is? Am I special comments, or should I wander over to the class again?
And Shelley's using old dream lines. They're not the new XGs or the newer XGs. These
Oh,
are
really?
old dream
Oh,
lines.
Ain't nothing wrong with those old
Oh,
dream
no.
lines. Sorry. I
They
have to
are
go with Charlie on those ones.
very sought after. The plain grip size 4 old dream lines are very, very sought after by the purists.
What about size 2s?
Not so good.
I paid 100 for them. Would I make some money?
It's like the old F Series ABTs that
Right,
they used.
In the white
Yeah.
too. Well, sort of white.
I love
They're a yellow spec. Well,
Oh.
no, Charlie.
Yeah. I should come blind.
We could get a little
Oh,
chip
might.
in here.
Oh, he could. Oh,
Not quite.
Quite enough.
need a little finer touch out there. Oh, okay,
So
interesting
the call was draw it or
yeah,
hit the jack.
hit the jack.
Well, it looks lucky at the draw.
Bit strong.
I think he was caught between the 2 there.
That's exactly what I was
and-
about to say.
Yeah, don't you reckon?
Yeah, I call those ones Leonis. Oh, Leone, I say. To anybody.
Still in the decision-making process.
Not
Mm,
good. You should have made that mind up.
got the line
By the
right,
time you
but not
step
the
on that white thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the hard thing. It's all about focus. As we look there, folks, you can, for those of you in the metro area, you will see the thin lines of fishing line. that actually goes over the top, and you'll find that a fair bit in regional areas, and
Welcome to cockatiel country.
it is, isn't it?
They love the greens.
Actually, destroyed Stratford's Green.
It did.
Mm.
It obviously did for some time. It was just before my time there, but yeah, they've now got them running and no problems since then.
They had a crack here too, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did have a
Here
crack
at
here.
Hayfield.
But I think Charlie Watinsky was all over that. He had like three seconds, like they've got that squawk and bird that can talk,
Oh,
turn on.
okay.
Then they had the hawks on the side.
Yep.
Oh, there was probably something else. They've tried everything. Anyway,
Snakes,
this is
the rubber snakes.
Oh, the rubber snakes. That's the one.
Yeah. So they're quite high. We can pretty well touch them, but they obviously do their job.
It's a good start by James, just about 3 foot behind, but problems with that.
So Loans, I was told they took your advice as far as the hose reel on the post.
They've removed it for the grand final.
shot.
Yes.
And look at all of those people sitting there and drinking beers and bringing more money into the club. That's fantastic. All for the change of a water wheel.
What I wanted to tell you is they took it off, and the words were Leone was right.
I fancy that. Anyway.
I think you might have to explain yourself a bit here because I don't know what you are talking about.
It's all right, Brad.
We've got
Only
a lot.
certain
We've
people
got
would understand that one.
we've got a light post, and there was a big hose automatic reel, and it was there. And if you're sitting there, you couldn't actually see the other end because of it.
If you've got an issue, just ring Jeff Crawford from MAFRA and he'll fill you in with the long story. He did change his setting for the day.
Anyway, they've taken it off, and it's great. You can get a view straight through, which is fantastic.
It's not that they didn't want to remove it; they couldn't find the key.
Yeah. Yes.
Nobody knew it.
Well, public club, unfortunately, you do have to.
Lacey
put a bomb of the ball down for the first one. That's in the area.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
The old roll in the ball again.
Another one there.
Can't be too unhappy with that. Fairly important bowl here by Adam.
Who do you think's winning the leaders' battle here between Lacey and Adam? I mean, I've wandered backwards and forwards, so I won't have a say-so, but I'm sure Phil or Brad would be.
Not Adam. Sorry, it's.
Oh, sorry, Lacey and James Clay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And just as we say that, Adam's put down a bomb.
Oh, that'll teach us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been fairly even, I'd say. Maybe leaning towards Lacey.
I'd say so. She certainly has a. She's certainly been getting the bowl closer to the jack, I've noticed.
You've got to love these young ones, though. They just get out there and they're fearless. They're just,
Yes.
It's like practicing. They just roll into the key. They're not overthinking it. They're not over trying it.
Yes.
And it just works.
It's true. 100% true, isn't it?
Brain neutral, we call that.
But that's what I say. Exactly. This could be a very good bowl coming in. Let's have a look. Today,
Neil likes it.
Chop D. A message saying the boys are hogging it. Loans, we can't hear you. Please tell me that's improved, Chop.
I can almost see him laughing right now.
No.
Oh dear.
Josh Foster says g'day. He's obviously bringing it in for the Bairnsdale boys. Oh, we've got two Cougs. Gary Ingley's saying hi from Cougs. I think he's from Mornington Peninsula, but we've got a Cougs from Gippsland as well.
Yeah. So, folks, put up some questions, put up some comments. More interaction that we can get. It's the perfect world, isn't it? Big shake of the head.
That's being played at Balnarring, I believe. That should be A very great game between Frankston and Coringle.
The mighty Kangas.
Got good memories of that place. I've won a flag there myself.
Oh.
There you go, Brad.
Many years ago now.
So you'll be watching it, reminiscing, Brad?
Yes, although it's very different down there now.
Yeah. Have you bowled under the undercover green then?
No.
Well, you haven't played under the Mac-Macs. Oh, there's $10 surely. I haven't even said bioscapes yet.
Oh, kicking goals.
Oh,
Kicking goals.
Oh, look at Fletcher back there. I mean, she's leading so well.
Oh, dear. Those of you who don't know, Mac-Macs were the construction of Skydome at Kringle, and Bioscopes did the outside green, which is now synthetic, running beautifully. Actually, it was running 17 on Tuesday, and beautiful both sides. Hello.
Oh,
good result somewhere.
Brad Montague.
Yep.
Played a ripper. I think just looking at the head, he may have been 2 or 3
I
down.
would say 3 by the looks of it, yeah.
Wow, that's a good result. On that rink, Paynesville up to 6.
So coming in here as well.
Yeah, there was a bit of a change around.
Oh, wow.
And of course, what was 7 zip on our show rink, and it's swapped around there too now, isn't it? Wow.
The old swings and roundabouts. Swinging again.
Ebbs and tides.
We want to see a nice close one though, don't we? Like this one shot in it overall, it's great.
Being a nautical man, ebbs and tides would be a better one for you, Brett.
Time and tide waits for no man, as they say.
Who's behind the head?
I've seen you.
Oh, thank God for Pete's beautiful wavy arms. We want to see him on. Oh, they might.
Could have heard your dulcet tones.
Am I mumbling?
Certainly not.
Oh, he's never far away, is he? Neil
No.
Watts.
Maybe very useful bowl.
And what have we got on the further 3 rinks where we've got Mafra playing Paynesville in Division 2? Can we see any big boards?
So I can see.
I can see the big board.
Oh,
yes.
there you are. What's
Yes,
that
there
say,
you
Phil?
go. My wonderful eyes.
Oh, I can see it.
See through Ivan Thompson, but anyway.
No, there's just 2 gents standing in the way.
Yep. Oh,
there we go. Mafra is 11.
Paynesville's 28 on 22 ends.
28, 22 ends.
Right, but,
They've got
start being a bit more positive and pulling something out from here.
We've just got to change that over because it looks like 128 from here.
Yes, well, I think we both think that wasn't quite correct.
It's really got pear shape from Afro if that's the case.
And the crowd's getting bigger, not smaller. You would at least see the red and black dissipate.
Oh, yes. Yep. So the calls to look for it. Come in under.
So for Neil, he can almost play this as if he's down.
Oh, tell you what, it's very, very close.
Very. He's got this.
Oh, that was unlucky.
Very unlucky.
Wow. Wow.
I believe that's a Paynesville bowl immediately behind it, Jake. I'm not sure if it's in the count.
It's asking what they hit for that one, so I'm guessing holding 2 or 3 there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely 2.
Well, they'll be happy to get back on the scoreboard.
He's got to get past that one. And
yeah,
he's
it's
in
a
business.
great
Great shot.
Three it is. So Paynesville hit back into the lead.
Furthest rink, and Simon Kiss has got 2 bowls within a foot of the jackets, eh?
He has indeed, probably holding.
He's had a pretty good season, hasn't he?
Fantastic. I played him and Joe Martin in the final of the mixed pairs,
yes.
and he was just on fire.
Yeah,
I mean, and you didn't do terribly when you bowled against us. You were on fire, so we couldn't believe the outcome of that. So they must have just bowled amazing.
I must say, we bowled pretty well,
Yeah.
but they were just all over us.
Yeah.
You know, anytime we had a bowl close, it wasn't driven out of the head, it was just
Yeah.
and when you're playing an opposition and they're in that kind of mindset, there's just
Well, when we've got somebody like you saying that, right, we know that they definitely just played amazingly because you're not going to give anything away. It's not who you are. No worries. Go the girls. Yes, Joey. Oh, big pick up on rank 3 there.
compliment.
Oh, no, you've got to back the girls.
Yeah.
beautiful speed again.
Yeah.
Well, if you wanted a coach to be showing somebody how to use an arm for delivery, you would definitely be engaging James Clay in some way, I would imagine.
There's some real exponents of the arm in our region, and he's definitely right up there. It's very smooth and deliberate. I've been looking at the other arm bowlers from the other end of the rink for a long time. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Fortunately, a little bit narrow again.
Just lost the line, but I'm sure she'll get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Length has just changed again. This is a couple of metres longer than it has been going this way.
You're right.
Testing them out a little bit. This looks like it's coming in pretty well.
Yeah, it's good grass. And the weight's nothing to say
Great
anything
bowl.
against.
He manufactured great correction there.
Correct.
The lead battle's just been a battle of correction. On his speed.
I don't know if he's quite there. Great line.
Mickey's bowls are slightly wider turners than most.
Yeah. Well, his line's not a problem. It was his weight, eh?
Yeah, correct.
So Mick's using the Taylor GTR.
Okay.
Just a little wider than the red line SR.
Well, so we could have all done some homework on bowls had we known that we may be speaking today. So we really appreciate your expertise, Brad.
Thank you. Once again.
Well, you're not keeping score. That's 2 sips for your sip.
Oh, I thought I got a couple in.
Oh, you
Completely non-competitive.
I'm sure you'll go back and rewatch and. Righto.
He's changed hands here and just see if this works for him.
Oh, he's oh no, he's just
No,
he did. Look at that, Drew. What a bowl!
That's a great shot.
I didn't clap my thigh for that one. That was just turned so quickly and dart onto Lacey's front line. Well, shall I wander back over to the grass green and see what's going on? Yeah, I think Pete wants his talking machine back.
Thanks, Loans. Bit of a score change. So I mean, Bairnsdale were hitting hard, but Paynesville have steadied and are currently up by 6 shots now.
I think you find that quite often as sides do a push to try and get at least even, and then just take a bit of breath, and you'll find the other side just comes ahead a few more shots. Just that swinging backwards and forwards kind of momentum.
Nearing the halfway mark. Most on their 9 for 10.
Back in the old days, you'd be getting ready for morning or afternoon tea and a few coffee scrolls.
Well, of course, they still have the break for midweek, don't they? But they can be. Oh, Iceman won't be happy with that, baby.
I think midweek straight through as well now. So
I think Mornington Peninsula.
Yes.
That can be a real momentum changer, though.
Especially when you go to him eating a whole sponge cake. That's another story.
Well, cricket was the same too. Didn't help if you're an opening bowler getting stuck into that lot.
He's played a great bowl here. Fantastic.
Oh, the biggest feed was Essendon Grammar. Played up there, they put on such a good feed, and we fell apart.
They must have been smart people.
Oh dear. The Peninsula boys got stuck into the feed. You should have seen it. That's something unbelievable.
Very interesting news coming out of the Peninsula, Phil, that Peninsula Grammar have started their own junior football side.
Ooh.
So very interesting.
Oh, well, of course, they have the old boys footy club there, and they've got the cricket team there as well. I suppose it's a natural progression in that respect.
So he keeps the numbers across, and it's great seeing numbers come from junior sport into seniors. It's fantastic.
Well,
Paynesville just picked up 5 knots.
Oh, wow. Great pickup.
Just the old subtle hand goes up and just
opens up from a fist.
Up and about.
He was just trying to stretch those fingers out just as wide as anyone can see them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be super obvious, but just enough. Very handy. It's very easy to just roll into the flow of the game, and you're just working on getting the ball down there the other end. You're used to the green and the conditions. Sometimes you can just kind of fall away a little bit.
So we've got the score 8-10. Then I believe.
I don't think this will be trouble. No. I might do that again.
Paynesville are very good at riding that crest of the wave. When a rink picks up a number, they'll kind of get a bit excited for a little while. And
yeah. We're talking earlier who thought would win. I thought Paynesville. I sort of said that when we played them the last game. They were certainly up and about. They had the momentum coming in. You know, Richmond Footscray type thing as they came in and full of momentum and go, go, go. And technically also really have nothing to lose today. The expectation is that they've come from fifth, so they can give it a red hot crack.
that's right. So people may not be aware, but this year it's 14 sides in Division 1. So it's the top 5 go through to the finals. Play McIntyre top 5. So Paynesville have won their way through from 5th position, which was mathematically 6.75% chance.
Go. Well, it's all about momentum as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure around the club they would have been up and about and get a good vibe around the club and in there practicing and getting into it. And as we know, in any sport, that definitely does happen.
On the flip side, though, you expect Bairnsdale's experience. That experience of Bairnsdale will start to shine through once they kind of rally around themselves.
Yep.
Just played a great shot.
I believe it was 4.
4.
4 shots.
I know he did the through with his own bowl. I couldn't quite see what was behind the head though, but and that for Paynesville that might kill them a little bit, to be honest. You know, they up and about after picking up that 5, and then they look across and their other rinks drop to 4. It's not so ideal. You really want to win that next.
Good bounce back.
Back to 7 shots, the difference. James is sticking with that narrower side. I wouldn't say it's narrow, but definitely.
Good grass here, I feel.
Just wants it to run a bit, run on a bit, stamping a foot down a little. About 3 foot short.
Right, just received a text from Loans that on 16 ends, Mafra on top of Meton. That's the Division 4, up 19 to 13. So still reasonably close there. And Bairnsdale leads Stratford on 14 ends through 17 to 8. So Stratty has a reasonable amount of work to do there. In Division 2, from what we can see, Mafra 23,
Paynesville 28.
28. So
27.
So there you go. Of course, here
Good.
we can see that Paynesville is getting a little bit of a.
It's good to see they're
Of a
correcting
gap
the scoreboard over there. They're not 100 shots in front.
Well, we knew it was blatantly obvious, but it does help.
Never be too sure. Loose 6 head. Some bowls scattered around a bit. So Loans, it can be quite difficult drawing into an open head like this, but Adam's done a great job here.
Oh, hasn't he? He's nailed it.
It's actually one of the more difficult shots, I believe, to play is when you don't really have anything within a metre or so, and you want to draw a good bowl. Puts that extra bit of pressure on. It's actually a bit harder when the bowl's really close.
You've just got to go back to day dot and go, just draw to that little yellow thing.
I just think to myself, just roll the ball.
Yep.
Mick
It's
pulls
become
this
a
out.
target. Look at that. Beautiful bowl.
Lovely shot.
Wonderful. Just becomes a target once that one bowl's there. Let's see. Cholly's keeping them all in action. They see Pete Wade getting get them all out of the cameras and.
It's not actually a wave, it's more of a threat of the hands type of thing. Just aggravation here.
Expectoration. Yeah, you can.
Yep. Get out of the way.
Certainly got Chubby on the ball, that's for sure.
You don't know where his eyes are looking underneath those sunglasses.
You don't, but you know it's usually pretty bloody close,
Wait
don't
here.
you? Gave that every chance.
Yeah.
Got outcome, but every chance.
I'm just looking at the far rink, the one Jack Sharman versus Chalky.
Yep.
And it just seems like Paynesville are holding shot and they've got bowls in the head, and then but the back end, Bairnsdale, which is Danny
Prasser.
Yeah, Danny Prasser and Chalky, they're just in there and changing it up.
That experience. Pretty tight head.
So I say that Danny's having a bit of a run.
No, definitely not. I'd say it's probably 3 to Paynesville.
Non-tank is picking up 4 there. We've been talking a lot about how the game ebbs and flows backwards and forwards, and wow, that's a great shot.
Have you been watching much of the Premier League on Friday nights?
Did watch a bit of last night. I work Friday night, so it makes it a bit difficult, but
Yeah.
I usually get home in time just to watch the last bit of the game.
Oh, well, there's locals. We have Vinnie McElwain and David Donahue, you know, like ex-Hayfieldian, and Vinnie who plays for Traralgon playing off against each other. So, yeah.
Larry might have come down for the today, but he lives down on the Bellarine.
Yeah, Geelong doesn't that one. Yeah. He's been going well for a lot of years now. Oh, he has another run at that. Missed it all.
So Neil's got a bit of a shot here. He's too big, but he's the master of this. He just plays these shots so well.
This one's the open draw. Oh, look at this. Look at this. What a great ball. Oh, unlucky, but great ball.
Down.
Yeah. Unlucky result.
Might have been a bit of commentator's curse there.
Probably.
I thought, I'm in here. I've called this.
I'll be telling you it was you that mozzed him, Brad. Don't you worry about that.
He'll love it.
Oh, he'll believe.
He was going to get up before, and now it's just died back down to how it was at the start.
Oh, pretty blessed weather. It's a beautiful day. Can't even see the leaves on the trees waving at us.
Here comes Chelly. See what Mark can do here.
Oh, just a little bit over, but, you know, great ball.
About a foot and a half over, and he's outside the count. His head's really tightened up from when the front end put their bowls down.
And where did Charlie bowl prior to coming to Gippsland? He was down. Was he down Mornington Way as well, or was he Geelong Way?
Was, Clayton.
Clayton. Yep. I did read about him. Well, they
So
produced some pretty good bowls from Clayton.
Well, they do. You know, back in the early thousands, early 2000s, and people like Wipsy and Brad. Well, there was a couple of Brads there, and of course,
it's just a popular name, that Brad, isn't it?
and Burgie from Lakes used to play there as well. So yeah, they knew each other very, very well there.
We've now got the ladies' #1 ranked bowler in the world playing at Clayton and Kelly Forsyth. Oh, sorry. Oh, geez.
Yeah,
I might have just done. Oh, presumptuous there. Kelly McCarahan, sorry. Sorry, Kel.
Might be secretly married. I'm not quite sure.
I might have started. Yeah.
Not an easy draw shot here for Chelly. If he happens to move that jack, might not be ideal, but kind of recognise that, and you gone a little wide. Two to Paynesville there. Oh,
What happened on that other?
Trevor Malott.
Trevor Malott. No, I was looking at ring 3.
Surprised we didn't hear it.
He's got his finger in the air, point number 1.
Well, it must be then. You wouldn't argue with him, surely. Or maybe you might.
Yeah, I'll give it a crack.
Don't worry, Trevor, I wouldn't. Does he still carry that bedroom? Oh,
Still a very effective bowler. He's had a few issues with hips and things, but
the tree was getting older.
but his value to the team is what's between his ears.
Mm.
Very, very
Keeps
smart
his head
player,
on. Yeah.
very experienced.
Yeah. If you can read ahead.
Yep. And just says the right things at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
You've been found saying the right things to me at certain times, but
Oh, well, that's always on your side. I must take a leaf out of his book. I might make an appointment to see Trevor Malott. Lovely little start here. Oh, what a lovely bowl, Lacey Kiss.
that is perfect.
Did we mention 11 years old?
Just puts the pressure right off the bat, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It does, yeah. It's so valuable.
Oh.
All the opposition you can see down the green now is back with the bowl seemingly inches behind it.
Mm. And you know, when she pops up on the screen, it sort of reminds me of, you know, Hey, it's Saturday. Who was it that popped up on the screen?
Dickie Knee.
Oh, well, I don't want to call it
No.
Dickie Knees, but God.
Aggro.
Look at this.
Oh, I don't want to call it aggro. That's more like a dad, Simon. Oh, God bless you, Simon. A little hat on.
She's just got to double up here. Just whatever I did last time. Yeah.
We've got somebody down here. So
Darren.
Darren. Oh, good job.
Yeah, fantastic leading. Happy with that.
Oh, I've just had some incoming information here, Brad. Stratford's only 5 down in Division 3 on the grass now, so I'm going to have to swap ears and pop over and barrack for them a little bit more as well, and I'll kick them back. How does that sound? We'll swap fill in, eh?
Excellent.
All right.
It's a bit of work to change the Hawthorn Football Club, isn't it?
What was that, sir?
The interchange of the announcers is
Although there's not 100 odd of them. I think we're not capped like AFL. Wow. Yeah, great shots. Very, very good.
Plenty of spectators out the back and plenty inside watching on the big screen, Pete.
Oh, that's fantastic.
They're all the people that come and watch.
Well, it's definitely a bit cooler in there, so quite a few are taking advantage of that and being up on the big screen.
It's great to see the amount of people here today, not just around the green where Division 1 and 2 are, but also around the other green where Division 3 and 4 are.
Well, they expected plenty of people. They even had car parking marshals out there this morning allocating that, and the car park is full out the side and out the back as well, of course, out the front. It's a lovely little setup here that Hayfield has. 2 greens, 1 of each, synthetic in the grass. Beautiful little position. Opposite the local. It's just over the road.
I'd like to thank the Hayfield Bakery this morning.
Ah.
Fantastic 2 sausage rolls and a great cappuccino. The cappuccino was that good that I left it on the roof of the car.
What's that?
Oh, good effort.
Seen that a few times today. Just getting the edge of the jack and pushing it into opposition bowls. Just in the area.
on, it's firmed up as far as the score's concerned. Paynesville 33, Bairnsdale 29.
Just went through a period where they're, across all rinks and both sides picking up numbers, and there's a real danger of the game getting out of control for one or the other. But now the game's tightened back up again, and
just hauled them back in, didn't they?
Bit of a seesaw.
Yeah.
Just backwards and forwards. I suppose the risk is still on ring 3, 4, 12. The other two rings are holding there for Bairnsdale.
And I have been keeping half an eye on that. Once again, the front end for Paynesville, they're getting the balls in the head. It's a danger that has been done by Bairnsdale back end. And Daniel and Chalky, they just seem to be getting the bowl in there, being effective.
Yep. The biggest gap, as we can see by the scores, is out on rink 3, Paynesville 10, Bairnsdale 4. Yes.
Oh.
To go a little blurry there for a bit, but rest assured, James got quite close there, and he could have almost trailed it back. Just missed. Well, he's got a bit of a chance here. He just needs to get on that shelf.
Yeah.
Just a little wide.
Probably the weight he was after, from what I could see before he left the head. You can adjust that.
Throw something at him.
We don't condone violence. Peter Fisk is just burning over there.
Let's see if he can just narrow it up. I don't think that'll come back.
Beautiful weight.
Yeah, weight was perfect.
Chance for Neil to pick up a couple here if he plays this shot right. James likes it.
Oh,
Good
yes.
Wow.
Enough.
Wait for it. One comes out.
One comes out and the measure comes out. Oh, no.
Two. Two it is. So it's another 2 for Bairnsdale. Take them into the 30s.
Yeah, Neil's really showing his value in those conversion shots. He's done that more than once today.
Yeah, it's his forte, that's for sure. So it brings them within 2 shots. Filming up.
really important stage of the game right now is if you can win the next couple of ends, just sets you up for that run home.
Can give you that platform, can't
That's
it?
right. Tend to say the game's played in blocks of 5 ends.
So the people looks at it based on the ends. You're on the 12th ends. By the looks of it. See what can happen inside.
Okay, just while we're waiting for Lacey's first bowl to come down, I've got some more results from the grass green. We've got Division 3. Stratford have won the last 4 ends in Division 3 and have kicked to the front above Bairnsdale, 23-22 on 24 ends. And then we've got Mafra 26 leading Beetham 17 on 22. Not a big change there, but yeah, that's the updates on the grass greens.
Cool. Thanks, Lance.
That's what you want to see in a grand final, a nice close one.
Absolutely.
Well, unless you're in it.
Well, that's right. Well, Strutty were well down, so they're pretty happy to be competitive again.
Super correction here. Just going to slip.
Might even get to sit down for a minute. Musical chairs. Just pulled up on this one.
Held its line a bit. Looked as though it was just going to cross the head, but held its line.
All the players have got a good handle on the line on this end, just not quite the pace.
Good playing surface from what I've seen. I haven't seen any deviation of bowls on their lines or whatever. Maybe slightly, had a little bit of slightly wind affected, but as we look out, the wind definitely has dropped right off. So really good bowling conditions at the moment.
Absolutely. And this synthetic green one's pretty true. There's a couple of tight lines on a couple of the rings, but mostly this green one's very true.
Got a little vested interest in being here today. A couple of weeks' time, I've got the champion and champion. So
Yes, you might be sitting next to one other competitor against you, but I think I've got my hands full with Joe Martin and some other women.
That's a very good
lovely
shot
there. Yeah.
Changed hands, played bomb.
When's the draw come out for that, Bradley? Usually, the week before on the Tuesday? Is it?
Yeah, so entries will close on the Tuesday prior to that event. That's all they have to do. And to be honest, the draw gets done when you get around to it.
And
normally
to be
on Tuesday night.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, you mostly do it on a Tuesday night, and you do once that you do that live stream, so that it takes any ambiguity out of rig draws and things like that. It takes all of that out. So well done to you for that call, Brad.
No, thank you. And shout out to the moderator, Mrs. Lancaster, who sits over my shoulder to make sure I don't do anything untoward.
Well, I'm still not sure that she exists. You know, she can't be seen on a bowling green. But good luck to Mrs. Lancaster, and good for her if you've got.
You won't find her near a bowl screen.
Nice, I've heard. She seems very lovely.
I've seen her on Facebook. Was her birthday reasonably recently, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, I didn't forget this year.
It's not pretty tight. We've only 3 in it overall.
On stage again.
Ridiculous.
How was your day, dear?
That was nice.
Yeah, that's good.
You don't have to overrate these things.
No. Now the other thing too, folks, to
Paynesville's just popped away now. There's been a bit of a score update, so there's only 3 in it now. There's it's back out to 7.
Well,
Still
That's it.
time to change this. What do you
Oh,
call it? Your
plenty.
boys, your ebbs and flows?
That's right. You know, Jack
Ebbs and-
Sharman's
ebbs
rig
and
is just,
tides.
yeah, Jack Sharman's rig is doing a great job.
Yeah, he's really dominating, isn't he? Because he's had a tough lead up. Oh, there was a
Yeah.
tough lead up in the finals, I've noticed, and he's had a few tight contentions, but come out on top as he does because he's just such a ripper player. But yeah, he's really showing his best today.
He's a great front runner. You know, really he
Yes.
gets up and about and gets his nose in front. You run away with it.
Well, he's had that from the start, hasn't he? He got 5 out, didn't he? And maintained it. They got a little bit close, but no, pushed out 10 shots. It's excellent. So all your bowlers that are out and about, of course, we've got the Vic Open coming up, and that does shut off at 12 midnight on Sunday. And quite a few of the bowlers will be enjoying some of the venues down here in the Gippsland area. Primarily, it's in the Strazlecki area, but there certainly are some events
They do
that are
look
out
after
and about.
Northern GBR contenders,
Yes.
our clubs within Northern GBR. It's a bit far to go, Stratford.
So I know last year we had a bit of inclement weather and a couple of the grass greens down Latrobe Valley were unplayable, and Maffred stepped into the void very short notice. I think they had an hour's notice.
Oh, is that all?
And
Good bowl there.
I might have been involved in the move to Maffred, but that suited me just fine.
Mm.
Who took that ball out? So that's changed up.
So, folks, yes, look, big opportunity to get in there if you're up around Melbourne. It's 2 hours drive to Traralgon, basically. So get your entries in already. I believe that the numbers have increased, particularly in the ladies' events. From what I
Interesting.
saw on a interview on the Bowls Victoria website.
The ladies triples, 30% increase, I believe.
Yeah, there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I've got a hot triples tank discount.
I'm ineligible for the ladies triples.
Really?
You sure?
How'd you manage that? I have to say.
Are you sure?
Okay. Well, I was just doing shot.
We
Still plenty of room here.
We could drive a Mack truck through that comment. That was that wide.
Well, that's why some things are best left alone. Charlie, he's got what? A good 3 foot jaw.
Charlie definitely has the quality to pull his shot off.
Yeah.
Just needs to be in there.
Looking all right.
Boundary line's just
Yes,
there.
boundary line.
Oh,
Needs
Got to be inside that.
Oh, don't know.
And
Just
falls
slips in behind a.
Just falls in.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
The sign just moved so we could see it.
There it is.
Don't know. Don't know if it's shot.
well, it's hard when you've got this ibis sitting in the corner screen.
Oh, there it
Hey.
is. Oh.
Well, there we can't say anything.
It's just showing that we can move it.
I think I
Oh,
From where I'm sitting, it is
That's-
quite close.
to me, that's probably the shot bowl.
I'd imagine so.
Oh,
Darren's indicated it's all pretty close. He's not quite sure.
he'll narrow it up. He can afford to cross the head.
Oh, of course you can.
Well, wouldn't it be?
Oh, any touch will help.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
thank
two.
you.
That'd be 2.
That's definitely.
That's very good shot.
Yeah,
too.
well played. Very well played.
Yep. Up go the rabbit ears. 2 shots.
So what it takes Paynesville to be what's that, 9 shots
Be 9
overall?
shots.
9
if we're up
shots
there.
overall.
A bit of risk here for Bairnsdale. If they don't score the next couple of ends,
Yeah.
real danger of this game getting out of reach.
Yeah, it'll start turning it around and not enough time to come back.
That's right.
And what's worse, as we all know, is if you start looking for shots, you can go the opposite way, can't it?
For sure.
The thing of scoreboard pressure, it's really underrated. Up and I starts to look at that overall board and start to think, well, geez,
Someone made a comment
riskier.
on the Premier League. They call it perceived pressure.
Yep.
Something you put on yourself.
Yeah,
It's not doesn't change really.
For sure.
what
It's something
you'll do.
you own yourself.
Yeah.
That's right.
True.
White's terrific once again, just missing the line. But good weight, we'll get your shot.
It has been particularly for young.
We're just
Coming down this
side
course,
place.
she's just crossed the had a tendency to go a bit narrow.
Yeah, we've seen an some beauties too.
Oh, too right. Walking through the clubhouse and heard the whole group saying, "Oh, that young girl from Paynesville's bowling well."
The other young girl from Paynesville doesn't go too bad. You know, Sister Ella, who's bowling in Division 2, just over yonder, and she's only 14 years of age. She holds her own too.
Yeah, we said it's a real family affair today.
No, I don't think you'll see the mother bowling, though, but somebody's got to run them all around.
That's true.
Most important.
Oh, Lacey, she corrected. Yeah.
Enough to sit on that.
For sure.
Good enough. Well, it's starting to get a lot more yappy out there, folks.
It is getting on to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a warm day, bars open, and there's good bowls, and things happen when the two of those things combine.
Looking good.
Shot here, number 1.
Yeah. Still room.
Yes, for sure.
Darren Martin just playing a great shot there. Almost a resting toucher. There were a couple of shots down there, actually.
Yeah, a little fist pump from him as he walked through the head.
Yeah, I think he's been having a ball out there today, actually.
He bowled very well when we played them in the last round robin. Well, not round robin, it was last end.
Well, he's bowling in the division grand final, so he's not going too bad, is he? I reckon Joe would woken up this morning and given him a few tips. Could we imagine?
Yeah, don't be sure.
I was wondering where that was going.
Oh, I wasn't taking it anywhere. I was just, making...
There was a bit of a pause there for a second.
Just making a bit of conversation. Oh, hello, we can see Jack again now. Let's see what McPetter's got to say about this. Yeah,
good opportunity here.
It was a good bowl by Adam, but just give him Paynesville one opportunity.
Important is that when all of a sudden you can see the jack rather than not see it. It just changes your whole mentality when you're on the map.
Trying to imagine or whether you see it. I think he's quite there on this one.
I'm 6'4", so I can see the jack most of the time.
Well, I'm a bit shorter than you, so I got told that if I could just see the jack over the front pole, it was perhaps about a metre behind that. And she was really short, so. But whenever I went down there and checked, she wasn't far off the mark. So that was old Heather Scott, James Cummins' mum. She dragged me around everywhere.
A lot of people on days like today also look for the shadow of the jack too, don't they? Even if they're behind bowls to get an idea.
Oh, well, I'm from the country. I've never heard of chasing a shadow of a jack. But anyway, I'm not saying that doesn't happen or that's not what people see. I've just never heard of it. What about you, Brad?
No.
Righto.
I will.
Yeah. That's quite something too. Now, if I start looking at shadows for jacks, I know where.
There is a saying about chasing shadows. Or jumping at shadows.
Having a good look at this one.
Oh, great shot there by Stuart Pires on the rink next door, which you couldn't quite see, but he was 1 down, and I think he's turned it to 3 up.
Wow. That's the Stewie Pies I know. Pretty handy.
Not just a handy bowler, but a really, really good person too.
I meant that too.
Bloke.
I don't know him that well, but I think he's a pretty nice man.
Yeah, well, we've been away to region sides, so we know him quite well.
Oh, I won't go there. Oh,
Great shot, James.
James
Excellent
Bairnsdale.
shot.
Oh no, he does give a high five.
Yes.
That's
They
very,
give high fives.
that's very excitable for James.
Yeah,
Very,
the velocity does vary.
he's just usually so humble. Just takes. Oh,
And look at this reply. Wow.
Oh, drops that. Still one. Be careful. I know the look in that hand, but you wouldn't want to come on to Adams and then roll the other one in. Doing that may well be the role that Paynesville will choose.
yeah, it's just hard to play that other hand. So no, yeah, that's right.
So now it's a cover bowl just in case they do get that.
Obviously, that's opportunity. Oh, great effort.
Almost exactly where Neil wanted it. That's
But
quite
still,
valuable there.
yeah, not bad home there at all.
Do not be surprised if they come down that other hand looking to find Adams Bowl and just roll it over one. Of course, you don't want to go too hard. You don't want to take the bowl out. So we'll see what happens.
Jackie Sharman's just come in for a perfect draw and he's got it.
Oh, arty. Resting touch.
Mm-hmm.
I would be too if my score said 14-5 and I was on the
Yeah.
14 side of it.
Oh, another good bowl there.
Yeah, so Neil's got to be quite careful here.
Mm.
You know, if he's going to play his forehand,
Mm.
chance of rolling that green one of Darren Paynesville over once.
Big thing, Brad, is look, I think, often as we've spoken, Loans, it's all right to go down one. Sometimes you don't have to win every end. And if sometimes by going for that, you can actually go down by more. So you've got to be very careful.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to choose. Yep, no, we're going down one this end. Set it up again next end. What have you? Ones are better than threes and fours, that's for sure. You don't want multiples, particularly when it's getting on the second half of the game.
Oh.
Ripping effort. Ripping effort.
I think he was holding his breath a little bit.
But you don't want to not be there either, do you?
Oh, that's it.
If you're not there, everyone thinks,
Yep.
That's not a good bar.
Yep. So Jelly, I think, is looking at playing the same sort of bowl and coming onto their bowl in front rather than changing hands, which was an option.
Do you reckon there is snow goggles he's pulled out, or do you reckon they're the special yellow ones they all bang on about and go, you've got to get a pair of these? It just looks exactly the same.
So the thing is that they're holding one. Seriously, he has the last bowl.
Surely his eyes looking at that. He's going to have half a mind that.
You have to at this stage of the game, don't you, Brad?
No,
So he's just going to look for the draw.
The draw, if he happens to trail around the corner.
Yeah. It's just gone a little fuzzy. Could be a bit to do with the heat today, I must say.
What, that annoys the caddy?
Can.
Righto.
The electric. Pete and I had the conversation earlier, and it does.
Oh, okay. Well, what would I know?
Well, it's quite nice here in the shade.
Clearly a lot.
Yeah, we are sitting here in the shade. Thanks, Brad. Have you ever heard of people getting sunstroke in the shade, Brad?
Yes.
Yeah. Rightio. What have we got going on these other two now? 15-5, is it? Over there. Is that 15? on 55.
Yes.
15-5. Just maintaining that 10-shot lead on that.
Well,
Yeah.
they have. They're really carrying Paynesville in that way because the other two, well, I don't know carrying, but, the other two rinks are so tight.
Glynis has just put another cracking bowl down.
Yeah, she's been doing it all day.
Yep.
I've been watching Glennis Bajaya all day. I mean, she is just getting better and better. Older and older, but better. She's like a bottle of wine, that chick.
I think this is quite smart for the Bairnsdale guys, just having a little talk and a bit of a situational update of what's going on and
Right.
what they've got to look at doing for the next few ends.
So we notice ring 3 is actually probably one end up. Bit of a strategy if one of your rinks is hemorrhaging is sometimes you're better to get them into the clubhouse so at least you know what you're working with.
Yep. It was the team rule we used to have down in the peninsula. It was, if you're getting flogged, get off the green.
Really? They actually played it like that. You bring in your start.
No,
Sorry.
you finish your game. You finish your game as soon as you can.
I just checking, Brad. Sorry, I had a little blonde moment there. Sorry.
No, and then of course if you're well up, you tend to try and extend your game a bit because
Yes.
That's if it's close overall.
Yeah,
So
correct.
Well, I'm still relatively new to the game compared to you, so that was a fair question.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Might have been what everyone else was thinking. I'm not quite sure.
Just taking yourself out of that one.
So they kind of changed the length a little bit here. They brought the mat up a couple of metres forward from where they have been and checks down to that tee.
A similar length, do you think? Just bringing that up a
Yeah,
bit?
similar length but different position.
Yeah, you'd call that a Phil Kroger, Matt. Yeah. Thinks he's got everyone tricked.
Yeah. Well, it's actually quite important when you've got arm bowlers in your ring to try, change the length too much.
Yes, yeah. And is it true? Tell me this, because you have a better idea then. So does a longer end usually suit the armed bowler better than a shorter end? Because I used to think it did, and people would tell me that.
Great shot, Lacey.
Look at that. Kissed it right on the neck.
Side toucher. Beautiful.
But yeah, so do you think that most armed bowlers actually prefer longer ends in preference to shorter ends?
Yeah, most definitely, because with the arm, it's all.
Yeah, there's one thing you can say that with an arm that you do lose is the touch. So there's a rule of thumb that they do say that.
Yeah. So with your hand, I guess you've got that point where you can actually make a really small adjustment, literally touch the ball on the green. You can have that with an arm, no connection.
Yeah.
Through that gap and out the side or in off
Right,
that.
coming off. Yeah.
Bit of luck there, but
Good result.
still would have been a good back bowl.
That's right. And that's what you've really got to do is have that courage to have the weight to get behind when you've got a great bowl like that.
For sure.
It's so easy to drop short. Try and do the same thing again. That's a great ball.
Yeah.
Peter Sausage just stuck this mirror in front of me. I don't know if I like that. It's a
Really?
bit cute. I get to wave at myself. Yeah. Okay, what's Mick Better going to do here?
We can play with a bit of confidence because he does have Lacey's back bowl.
Yeah,
Probably
correct.
a foot or so behind.
Yeah, he should definitely
Does
be able to
hold
play to
that side a bit. Looks good to hear. Very good to hear.
Yeah, great bowl.
Oh,
Yeah, great.
very
Lovely.
good.
It just completely transforms that head. It really was a bit open for Bairnsdale to be able to draw in there. Now it's
It's made it harder. The only way they can probably see the jack is the shadow, I'd suggest.
Well, that's if you're looking for the shadow, I guess, Phil. This will become a discussion in due course. I'm
everyone
sure.
out there probably didn't see the game on the 5.
Well, I'll be asking everybody about shadows. God,
That's a couple of feet on that. Perfect.
you didn't quite reach the shadow on that one, but
I'll be looking to just roll one of those white bowls once or twice. It's just around that white bowl.
Yeah, just a bit heavy.
Oh, he's probably looking at getting something out the back though. Yeah. Just in case I come onto it with a bit of weight. I mean, I doubt. Depends what side they play.
Well, certainly there's something to sit on. So let's try and push one of those white bowls through.
Yep, the shot's there. And big shout out to Karen Jenny down at Orbost. Yeah, she sent me a message saying she couldn't hear me and that I was mumbling or something. So hi, Karen Jenny from Orbost. No, just me, not the others. I must have been mumbling. Is that Brad Montant out there slapping his leg? What'd they pick up there? That little bit.
I'm not sure.
Not on the playing surface.
I think Bairnsdale may have been holding and he's drawn in and given it away.
Yeah, perhaps because it's certainly not them rolling the jack, is it?
Close. Close. Very close.
Great shot.
Oh,
Got to applaud that one.
yes. Very good.
No, I'm being unbiased. I'm just sitting in my chair and doing the right thing. I know a good bowl's a good bowl, though.
Even the camera turned to give him a high five for that one.
Wow.
Darren's
Rub. Don't think he's got the weight. Ooh.
Great effort.
Yeah, it was a very good effort.
Foot on that.
Well,
so that white bowl behind the jack is a Bairnsdale bowl. That's
correct. And you've got
nice man's.
two to the right are Lacey's, so they're Paynesville ones there.
And look at her just wander down.
Yeah.
Nothing phases her. I reckon we'll see her being a jackaroo one day. What do you reckon?
I think so. Well, 11 years of age. So I suppose the biggest thing when you sort of get that sort of youth is to maintain the interest. It's always a little bit hard. And then the problem, of course, if you go much further, is you've got to travel big distances. But
True. Although they've sold the Paynesville pub, so they're probably all cashed up ready to do that. But talking about Paynesville, they have just lashed out to a 14-shot lead from Bairnsdale after 42 ends. So it's starting to stretch out a little bit more now. Bairnsdale are going to have to pull something from somewhere,
too right.
particularly this stage of the game.
Well, they've got their opportunity here. But I think this shot is set up.
So what are you calling, Phil?
Shall we? Well, he's...
So Paynesville's...
I know which way he'll play. He'll play his forehand, but I reckon there's a chance to go inside out the other hand, to be honest, to sit the shot bowl out. I mean, we'll see it differently from here.
It's got to get down.
Do you see the shot inside out, though, coming down? Inside,
Well, I can, but that's
It'd have to be pretty firm.
Yeah, really firm. Yep, very precise with those three front rolls.
And
Metre in front.
Chelly really backs himself on the draw, just over the draw.
Yeah.
As he should.
Does have a really good drive. Don't get me wrong. But if the choice is there, you usually take the softer option.
Well, depending on this bowl, could come in. And as we've discussed, the further behind you get, you start to see these risks, these shots coming up. Of course, they can backfire.
Nielsen just got to almost think to change this.
That's not what he wants, is it?
No.
Got a very line there. That's not what he
Well,
won't be happy with.
could have a real crack at this.
And look, if you look on the TV screen now, you can see out the back the Memphis Hayfield character is.
And he has.
Played a bit of firmish weight.
Oh, not now, Mick.
Oh, and the Bairnsdale still hold one.
Oh, one. One's better than none, they say.
So we'll assume he crossed the head with that bolt.
I just saw the contact at the front from where I was sitting.
My mother-in-law always said, Leonie, you must never assume. I was too busy watching Max Page out the back.
Interesting choice of subject.
Oh, I love Max. He's my favourite person. I love him.
He's been a member here at Hay for how long?
Don't know. He should be a life member by now for sure.
He's going to jump off and I'll go and have a look at the other green and come back with some scores.
That'd be lovely.
Thanks, Brad. He winds a little break.
So all pretty well on their 15 ends now. Need to see a charge from Bairnsdale now. I need to get up and about. Ooh.
Not far away again. Lovely start.
Great experience for this young lass.
You know, we say experience. You know, she's 11 and she's already got to play Corey Wedlock. How lucky could you be? That's an experience.
Did not disgrace herself in that match at Newborough.
Not at all. Darren Martin, pretty interested in that one here.
Oh, he
Yeah,
got
shot.
it. He
What a great
absolutely
shot.
got it. What a great bowl.
Oh,
So that's in the rink next door, folks.
looks after most of the grass greens down here in Gippsland and does a great job.
Does indeed. Certainly got the...
Just got his wife coming past me now. You just missed your man's. Oh, yeah, oh, you saw it. Great. Oh, yeah, yep. So that was a talk. Oh, don't look now, Joe. What a great shot.
Oh, Stewie pie. Great ball by.
That's a great shot.
Oh, we're going to need plenty of those sort of shots.
Yes, Trevor, a lot. I think he's a bit.
All right.
Big thank you also to Ibis Group down at the Balnairing Bowls Club, Phil. They're looking for some events to hold down there if anyone's interested.
At Balnairing.
Balnairing.
Oh.
Well, it was the local watering hole when the local pub was renovating.
We're just looking after clubs on the peninsula.
No, look, I've played at Balnairing a few times. Lovely, lovely people. But the Greens don't like me very much. That's a better idea.
Lance has bowled very well down there. Oh, how's that score?
Oh, so Bairnsdale's gotten back on top of Stratford. 33-7 after 30 ends. Bairnsdale's got back in there.
Still in it.
And we have Mafra Meetang. Oh, Meetang's making a bit of a comeback here. They played 28 ends. Mafra lead by 5 shots, 30-25. So that's got to be tough because Mafra had
Anyone's game.
pretty easily there earlier. So
anyone's game.
Round.
Of course, remembering folks out in those, they're playing on 2 rinks. 3 rinks that we have any gap. Catch up with only 2 rinks, whereas what we've got here with the 3, a bit of a tsunami going. 3 rinks getting up at a time.
Yeah, lead stretching out to 12 for Paynesville after 45 ends. Oh,
They're keeping them at bay at this
oh
stage.
Brad Montant just off. Just at the middle rink. Sorry, guys, because they'll be watching the strange rink.
Still got a bowl. You can see Brad in the background there. Nice man.
Yeah, there on this one. No, his line's pretty good.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, sorry, I was looking up there. You've got it right in front of you. Line's perfect.
There's a slight delay.
Oh, okay.
On the screen.
Yeah, I don't know if Peter will get me to put any Lanesy special comments in again, but so I'll make the most of my last opportunity, Pete.
There's a couple of additions to the Christmas tape.
Oh, God bless, God bless. I've been on my best behaviour today too, I swear to God. James McCausland's coming out for a look. Probably a good metre and a half short in his first one. He's which way he's going to come around it or under it. What do you reckon, Phil? Is he going to come under? Try to disrupt something there?
Yeah, oh, that'll try to split them. Come in and split them and then just roll onto it.
All right, let's barrack for the split. There's the lace just moseying on down there.
It's all about the weight.
Well, I can guarantee we will not be short again.
Here we go. It's got the weight for the split, I'd suggest.
Oh, no, he went under. Pulled it.
Yeah. It's
bowls.
That's the shot they're looking for.
Yep.
Go the split.
Well, you certainly don't want to pull up short and not give it a chance, do you?
So they're looking to cover that shot, getting something in behind. Well, call for umpire on ring 2.
Oh, good ball there. Going to count. Yep.
Yep.
So
pretty important couple of bowls here. Can't go a number down here. Not with the score 12 the diff. Very important bowls.
No, they've got to start tightening it up now, don't they?
Yep.
So what are we, about 2/3 of the way through the match?
45 ends. So on their 45th ends.
Yep. 63, 18 ends to be played.
Still plenty of time, but gee, if you're Bairnsdale, you'd like to eat into it a bit at this stage. Well, he went right for the split, but he's too heavy. There he slaps his thigh, not happy with that.
He does. Thinking how you're going to get that on the next one.
So here's the big thing. It's so important, thinking about your adjustment, the focus between your first and second bowl.
A little bit of a start on ring 3, picking up 2 for Bairnsdale.
Oh, that's been a little while coming, has it? So what makes that's 15-8, is it?
Well, what makes this measure loans on rank 2 very important. If it can be another one to Bairnsdale, start to get a little bit of a roll.
A little bit of momentum. Does marvellous things.
See what happens.
Stayed a bit wide on this side. Yeah. Won't be happy with those.
No, he's positional bowl. He was
Well,
happy with that.
perhaps, but
Okay.
still played long, but
Okay. Well, they've had a couple of runs at it. They've got to understand there's still another bowl to still come, Shelley. So the question is, after they've had a run, do they just try and cut it back? Go the draw now. I'm sure this will be the discussion now. Do they go the draw?
pretty hard just
Or-
to get the draw. You'd still be playing up onto one or through the gaps or to split them shortly. Metre over. So they're going to want to go down more than 2 on this end, surely.
So the big discussion, does he go for it? Does he go for the cutback? We'll soon find out. Tell by the delivery what sort of bowl he's going for.
So he's gone for the draw.
Yep, he's decided to try and cut it back.
Yep. Hey.
Or if it gets through that gap, just gets a bit of a rub, or even out the back door and drops.
Oh, drops for shot.
Has he cut one out?
Oh, I reckon it'd be nearly.
It's close to the shot, isn't it?
That's hard to tell from here. Yeah, probably still 2.
He can afford to come into those two holes. Definitely afford to do that.
Yes, he can bowl to this very positively, really, can't he?
Oh, yep. Just needs a touch. Definitely going the draw. Grass is good. Very good. He made dead set draw this on the outside, and he has.
Around the outside.
He
around the
has.
outside.
He's
A lovely
drawn that.
bowl.
He has
Great
drawn that.
bowl.
Gets a clap from lines on the side.
So the question is, how much other damage is there? That one's out. 2. Oh dear. Could be 3. 3 it is.
Yep. No, going back to spectators for Leone yet. So it's another 3 to Paynesville. What's that over all
Oh,
scoreboards say now? 10? Ooh, 13?
yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at.
Were you getting the calculator out, Phil?
No,
Oh, no, I don't need one
I
of
was
those.
just seeing how Kringle was going.
Mind on the job. Focus.
Of course, the big one there tomorrow, Pete. You'll be
Oh, Fisky.
down there at Balnarring with the Frankston versus Kringle, Division 1.
Are you backing somebody in particular? Who do you think will win between Kringle and Frankston? I won't tell anybody, I promise. I didn't hear what he said. Did he say Frankston?
Who did?
Kringle. Okay.
But they're playing Frankston.
Well, you've heard it from Peter Susevich. He thinks Kringle's going to win. What a lovely lead bowl by Lacey Kiss again there.
I've got a soft spot for Frankston because I've got an old mate of mine playing there, Stan. Old Stan.
Oh, he'd love to know you call him old.
Oh, mate. We go way back.
He's got bowlers on there. Still gets it right, old Stan.
Yes.
Not a bad fella either. We wish him.
He didn't like
Good
you at the
bowling try.
regionals.
He didn't like me at all, but that's okay. That's my job.
Oh, was it your fault you didn't want to skip the last game? Oh, God. Oh, Lacey.
Yeah, we didn't make life easy for him.
No.
Great bowling, Lacey Kiss. Look at that.
Oh, there you go, folks. Look at that.
Well, she's certainly kept Clay on his toes today, hasn't she?
Sure has. If this holds, it'll be there about. It'll cross the head. Very good
That's
effort.
a great
Probably
bowl.
set a second bowl.
That's a good bowl. 4 great leads bowls, really.
They've had a great battle all game.
They have,
Oh,
haven't
they
they, mate?
have.
Yep. Talking about great leads bowls, who are those green ones out in that middle rink there, Brad?
They would be Jeff Woodward.
Jeff Woodward. Jeez, smack bang on.
He don't mind if he changes it a little.
Ooh,
Gave that a good chance.
In
yeah.
a dangerous way, though. It's probably a
Yes,
little
it
heavy.
was. Yeah. Metre too much, you reckon?
I reckon this is a good call, of course, as we've discussed earlier
That's
with
Leonie's metre.
Leone and also Brad, that it's Adam's favoured hand. Just choosing to, unfortunately, be a little bit narrow there. Good to attack it a little bit.
Well, you can. You've got those balls to sit on, or if
Mm.
you just playing through, just arriving. You know, my most favourite term, that's just arriving. You know, I hate it.
I like the full draw yard on.
Yeah, that's it. Just tell me as it is. Mean what you say. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Just arriving.
Could mean anything, really.
Well, that's the way I've always taken it. I've asked several people and I get different responses. So I'm like, what do you want? Metre through, 2 metres? What do you want?
Just arriving's perfectly fine.
Until it's
Before.
played wrong and you say, I said just arriving. But,
I think if I call just arriving and you're 4 or 5 metres through, that's probably,
well, no, that would be nearly a drive.
yes,
That's not listening to your skip for sure.
that's correct.
I think I've only done that once or twice.
Probably over to 2 hands.
Oh, they teach them now. Look, passing her third low down to the head. Lovely etiquette.
It's great team play. It's
Yeah,
really good sign.
for
I
sure.
see. Yeah.
Just that gelling.
And all of that does have an effect on the opposition. There's no question of doubt about that when people start to do these things.
For sure. And we can't hear her. She might have said,
Yeah.
like, you know, it all helps. Doesn't it?
All the body language, you know your team has unity. We're all supporting each other. It's very important.
She must have said, pop on out the book on that one. On her way past, I would say. These lines, great.
You know, that's what you almost do into this stage of the game. Bring the back, get it all the angles.
Yes.
Just trying to starve your position of opportunity. Numbers.
You've got to bang on. You don't want to be short.
As we commented earlier, you go down by 1, no biggie.
That's
Not
right.
when you're holding a lead like this. Of course, as we also said earlier, they'll have to start looking for shots, which, so as we all know, bowls is very much just a huge, huge game of chess, isn't it? Playing positions, covering.
Now I've got Trevor Martin here, who's the father of Darren Martin and father-in-law of Joe Martin, all great bowlers within the region. And he's just asked me if I'd like another drink. Yes, I am a bit dry. A drink would be lovely, thank you.
Back to the bowls here.
Carlton House,
Second
please.
and full shot here. So, Ranger here. Only got one in there now.
Oh, Georgie.
Oh, good. Oh, it's in stage.
Great shot.
Yes,
Great
2
ball.
shots. Yeah, even Charlie gives her that little thigh slap. Okay, well,
Cougars bowl at the back there looks golden now.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, looking to, well, every check, really, hasn't it? I suppose the world would almost be from setting that middle. You can just get Yep. Okay, here we go. Bird's eye view here. Let's see if we can call it early.
I'll always back him to get it, or to be somewhere close.
Yep.
He's very consistent.
Oh, it's looking narrow. What's going to happen? That we can't see, folks.
They've just run up a Paynesville bowl, and now Bairnsdale's got one, maybe two.
We'll probably find as we get closer to the end, and if it gets tight with keeping the players out of the head because of their enthusiasm, will probably be a little bit harder.
Makes you feel sorry for the Vic Open
Stop it.
Bowls Victoria trying to keep Phil Crowder, the camera crowder, out of the camera. But I think overall they've done a really good job, wouldn't you say? It's had to wave at him 2 or 3 times.
You ever heard the term whipping boy?
No.
Yeah. Just
What else?
Neil's bowls do turn, but probably not that much.
Just need to be like that.
okay. Here we go. What are we saying? One, is he?
So that may be Lacey's bowl.
Yes, I'm thinking.
Yeah, hers looks a little bit brighter than the other two.
And
Now he's keeping well wide, which is a pretty good indicator if that's the case.
Yeah.
I think they're gripped as well, whereas
okay.
James is a plain.
Right.
All right, pretty important bowl here.
And what difference does that make, Brad, with the gripped and the plain?
Comfort, that's better.
Yep. Just wondering.
And you can tell the difference between both of these.
I thought Neil might have had a bit of a...
I would have thought so. A little bit heavier into it.
What did he not see that we can see that he
Well,
played with such conscious weight?
Well, no, it was Adam's bowl behind, so yep.
But might do a musical.
He does it. Yeah, you're wrong.
Four ends to go on this rink, and the other two have got 3 and 4 to go.
Yeah, well, back within 5 on Jackie Sharman's rink, so a good comeback there. So maybe, perhaps, firming up a little bit, though Paynesville getting away on rink 2, 4.
For Bairnsdale, though, this is the time.
There is no other time. It is right now.
Well, if you look at it now, even if they pick up 2 on each rink across the board, then 6 and it's game on. So this is the time. You've got to dig deep here, Paynesville.
Championship quarters, they say.
Yep. Great start here.
That's what we want to make.
And again, unfortunately, Lacey just coming this way. Just had a tendency to cross the head. Let's see if she makes the correction. She's been very good at that. It's been a real ding-dong battle. She should be incredibly proud of what she's done to date. This looks a lot better. A lot better.
Just down to
hang around. Yeah, no, that's good.
Standard for her. That correction has just been there all day.
But even there, it's not too bad because even if they change hands, they can roll in or sit the shot bowl out. So there's an opportunity. Depends what happens here. It's looking heavy. So as we look at the screen, folks, now with the opportunity to change hands, I would have thought. Better certainly aligning himself to do that. come inside the bowl on the outside or push Lacey in. So we'll see what happens.
I think Mick's been predominantly playing that side anyway.
Yep.
So should know what it's going to do. Far away here.
Well, could even come in under, which it is. And that will be shot. There you go. Yep. So there's a play. Probably already a couple down, but he's got the opportunity of coming in under, taking the jack or setting it. I think all on his way. I think he's going to duck under. Yeah, it was a good effort, just as well. Good thing not to set that bowl down, which will make it, of course, a lot harder.
Am I rushing things a bit, or do you think? Or
Players play in different ways, don't they, Brad? Some people prefer to get on the mat, and bowlers we can see in the top ring. I mean, some people just they know what they're doing and bang, they don't even think about it. But there are opportunities sometimes where teams are on a run that you do try and slow things down, and particularly if there's a bowler behind you as part of the strategy, where they like to get on the mat fast. Well, you hold on to that mat until your bowl comes to him because you're trying.
And as a skip, I'll usually let the front end bowl in the way that they want. That's comfortable for them. They know themselves. And I'll have them come in if I can see something that might be upsetting them or out of them or something like that. So.
Okay, so at least Adam's got two bowls behind. So now it's forced the cover, which can be good sometimes. So sometimes even a weighted shot means your opposition will waste some bowls covering rather than loading sometimes too.
You almost see it as a big sign of respect because they can see that you can play that shot. You can see that the danger's there for you.
Well, there's a funnel, but they've still got to hit it right. So there is a very good opportunity here to get a number. But in saying that, they've got to play the right shot. And the terrible thing about our games is bowls go through the smallest of holes too, don't they?
Well, they're only 3 1/4 inches wide, so
Pretty important hole. Nice man on the mat.
Narrow.
It's on his way. He doesn't want to roll this out. Oh, and take. Oh, there you go.
and that was the danger that Shelley could see. Just couldn't get quick in a bowl there. Now it's made it a bit hard for Paynesville because they really don't have an open draw shot.
See, Jackie Sharman does dead set draw close to the jack ditch. So that's at least one Paynesville bowl in front of that one. So the call is to take it in. Oh, oh. Don't know who the elderly gentleman there. He's just walked off the ditch. He was going out screaming, well done, and then quickly held his back. So might have done a little bit of damage out there. Well, Jack Sharman chooses not to bowl his last bowl, so I'd suggest he was happy to take away what he got down there.
And on this rig here, Darren Cougar is drawn a pretty good shot there. That's somewhere in the area. It's not the shot, but it's going to be hard for Bairnsdale to get a number out of that.
Well, there's two calls here. So there was one call to actually sit the bowl through, but Skipper's called he wants a draw. Wants the draw to come in behind the jack. Of course, the problem with that is he may roll the Paynesville bowl in. So be wider than narrow. Oh, those orange bowls out there, they just keep on sitting on that.
They are Glennis.
Yeah.
She's
This was the worry. Ooh. Okay, open the bowl. See the darker bowl blue? That's Adams there.
So it's probably for Neil. Be
No.
fairly happy with that because now he's got a bit of a shot where he trails a foot or two.
What do you think about coming the other hand and coming onto their bowl and sitting the white one through?
I think what you'll find is the green Paynesville bowl will jam in there.
Yep.
You'll end up going one down. The only opportunity here for Neil is on the 40.
Oh, sorry, I was talking about Charlie playing the shot.
Charlie,
Yeah, so his bowl would stay. You see what flick the white one through.
For Charlie, he just needs to try.
Yep. Well, that's what we're looking at 11 shots up, so they can afford to play that. Whereas Neil will probably be looking for some movement of it, to be fair, if I see the head right.
Yeah, so I can just see it on his forehand.
Yep.
Trailing Jack 2 feet. It's really his only chance he's got to make any number here.
And that would be a big number. Could be 4, 5. He's gone narrow. He won't be happy with that. Has another bullet.
Kelly's always playing the shot for.
Well,
he'll go with the jack and change it. So
yeah, that's where a lot of people try and keep away. Better sometimes. But he's followed suit. Okay, pretty important ball. Yep, just saying, give it a chance. Yep.
almost comes down. You know, if he makes it, be very.
Oh, he's gone narrow again. Well, that's what finals are all about. Unfortunately, when you get an opportunity like that, you've got to give it the most. Didn't kind of even give it a chance, unfortunately. Easy to say from here. Easy to say.
Yeah, and look, games like this do come down to those moments.
Yep.
That was probably one that they missed.
We're getting an update from outside. Okay. So Division 4.
Yep.
Mafra 41 over Metang 33. And the Division 3, Stratty 29 to 37. So there's a difference of 7. But as I said, folks, only 2 rinks out there. So the gap is even harder to bring in, isn't it?
That's right. And in Division 2, which is Paynesville, so that's very, very close. It's Mafra 53 to Paynesville 56. And they've played 55 ends. So there's 60 to 63 total. 3 rings there in Division 2. So it's really coming down to the wire there in Division 2. Only 3 shots in it.
Oh, they didn't say how many ends, did they?
No. You can see Division 3 played 34 ends, so they play 42.
Yeah, so between 6 and 8 ends to go, depending on whether the scoreboards have been changed.
The green out there is running really nicely, really beautiful. Just
It is. I think they're all pretty happy with it out there. They're storing beautifully.
So fans don't want to give themselves a chance here. They've really got to pick up a number or 2.
Well, there's a good start.
Yeah.
They just start to pick up numbers. They picked up 2 on the middle ring. Takes them to 17, 19 on the middle.
Yeah, those 2 rinks, they've just been so close the entire game. Bairnsdale's coming back a little bit on that 3rd rink. There's only 6 in it.
Look at this, Lacey.
What a bar.
Jeez.
Yeah, certainly should be clapping from this position, but how could you not?
Well, you
You,
really
I mean,
have to.
the first was a great bar, but that's just You can hear so many conversations behind about the KISS girls, the ages, and how well they're going, and just handling the pressure of this Division 1 and Division 2. They're really holding themselves proud.
Yeah, and they've been a part of the club for such a long time. They know the people that they're playing with really intimately. So,
Well, they probably didn't get a teddy bear when they were born. They probably got a bowl.
well, if it's like my son, yeah.
Oh, you gave yours a bowl?
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me. I'm just.
Those little carpet ones.
Oh. No, I reckon she got those white ones. Look at her go. Just come and get it.
Beautiful bowl.
Look at this. Coots, get out of the way. 2 magnificent bowls.
The only problem is that now
There is. Desperately need something behind now from the second.
Really puts pressure on Bairnsdale. The 3 remaining bowls are just looking, just going, geez.
Who is this chip? In the area. Oh, what a great bowl. Yep, we're definitely being spoilt now. Once again, Pete, we really down here. Peter Sausage, half-time heroes. Dustin's absolutely voluntary. And
What do you mean I believe?
well, I haven't heard anything else. So I'm saying you're not getting paid, and this is just amazing what you do. We're
That's
so
good fun.
grateful.
Good little hobby.
Good on you, Pete.
it's fantastic. Not just for the bowlers who are on the green, but the
You think of the players that know that they played some absolute rip-roaring shots here and there, and they get to go back and have a look and watch, or others that might like to see how they may improve. But I think we've been pretty spoiled with a decent final here.
down within 10 shots now. Bairnsdale's only 9 shots behind.
We might be looking for a best on ground, and I think the best person to probably call that would be a man of absolute expertise, other than yourself, of course, Brad. Might ask Max Page.
Look at this. Oh, and he's done it too.
2 shots.
Look at this.
Player of the match so far.
That's such a shot to play. You can't overplay it and destroy that. Just go in there with a beautiful amount of weight.
Crowd's starting to get into it as well, Brad.
Yeah. Come out, you can hear everyone. And rightly so, Bairnsdale are coming back into the game. Just in the nick of time, I would say. If they waited another end or so, it would have been a spot.
Well, I've just spoken to one of the best, Max Page, an old stalwart here at Hayfield, who just loves watching bowls and puts down some mean bowls as well. I've asked him for BOG of the Div 1 game so far. He said he can't really pick because he said that he's just watched such marvellous bowls go down the entire afternoon. He really does believe that the young girl Kiss has held her own. It's coming from Max Page.
10 out of week 3, 19 17 on week 2, and 18 17 here on week 1. Very wide there.
That may have been a purpose back bowl there. Paynesville are holding to win ahead, so it's not a silly place to be.
Correct.
And that's where the jack's going. If they come onto that white bowl with any real pace, that jack's just going to get flying through that.
See what's happening out on ring 3. I know Jackie Sharman had a decent old drive at it.
So anything happening here?
Wait to see what the call is there.
Oh.
Yep, they're calling it.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
a lot more voice out and about.
funny game.
Oh, seen it happen time and time again. Just check what the score is over on rink 3. Might be getting a bit close. They're just in a minute, but I think there was probably at least one through.
That's a good goal there. Very, very good goal.
Oh, you can hear the crowd. The crowd's starting to murmur, so I can get up and about. Hear that through the mics, folks. Just trying to get an update as far as that outer rink is concerned.
Can you see where Jack is on the
Still
second
standing in
middle?
front of it.
Where's the Jack on the middle?
Try and look for the shadow of the Jack.
Oh, yeah, I was hoping you'd say that.
It is a thing, though. It is so a thing.
I can't see shadows.
Mm.
Folks, for those people having volume issues, we've just done the sound checks. Facebook is fine, and YouTube is absolutely blasting through. So
Okay.
if you'll have a listen.
So on rink 3, Pete, it's 11:17, so one to each.
11:17?
Yep. Is the update on that?
So Neil changed the head a little bit, and I did see James put his finger down.
Oh, really?
Let's wait and see the confirmation there, perhaps. In the shot, so that
Crikey, yeah. Oh, well, I suppose there's still another bowl to come.
sorry, the big feet.
But he is looking. So he's playing a position shot that where you'd be down. See Adams bowl in behind. You don't want too much of a movement out that neck of the woods.
Does have a few options playing positive shot. So
Yes, he does.
he's got Cougar's bowl there, which is about
That's true.
3 foot behind. Just lights out. I'm just going to play this shot. If it holds, he could get this bowl clean. And, what? Oh, that's still a very good shot. It's gone to a painful bowl.
Held his breath because it went past Adams' bowl there on the way through.
He almost got that absolutely pure.
Yep.
Such a hard shot to play on this woven carpet surface. Because you're not quite sure when the ball starts.
But that as well as the Jack using the Jack as well must move a fair bit as well. So you have to be so careful with that. The weight that you come into it. As it turned out, it went far enough to go past the 2 bowls there, and to land on the.
I'm not sure. I think Paynesville might only hold one.
They do. Are they calling this? Are they calling this? Are they calling this? The ones are just beautiful as far as Paynesville are concerned at this stage.
It just means Bairnsdale is not scoring.
Yep. And they're racking through the ends.
We're on the final end on rink 3, so that's up and going now. We can just flick over there and just see 20 ends gone on that scoreboard down the end.
Yep.
That's 17, and we're on 17, so we're on 18. 3, so 6, so 6 ends, 6 minutes left.
Well, we commented earlier how it's good that if you're going down on the rink, you're better to finish it off. Definitely. Bairnsdale picked up 3 on the middle rink. Yep.
So Bairnsdale on that third rink really did a good job of getting
on the second rink. Yeah.
Very, very important.
What happens over on rink 3? If they can wrestle something back on that. So they pick up 3, back 1, reins it in a couple.
Paynesville pick up.
Someone say 6, the diff, but I don't know if that's right. Yes, it is. Game on. Game on. Absolute game on. Only 6.
And
Wow.
so
I think the score over on the third rank's 11-17 still. If you're talking about the second rank,
The score of 55.
2019, Ben's up. You got that right?
5. Yeah. 20. Yep. So 7 the diff.
7 the diff. 7 the diff. Game on. Let's see what happens over in week 3. We started to go through it as well.
Very handy.
Game in Division 2, Mafra 55, by the looks of it.
Yep.
Paynesville 60. So they're up by 5 over there, 60.
They've got 3 ends to play overall.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Game on. Nice close games. That's what we want.
James, after involved from late.
Needs to take it. Yep. So here's the real skill set. Still calling her the same hand. This is where she can almost take that line that she's been doing. I tell you, I love the line. I love the line.
Yes,
I love the line. This is a ripper. Oh,
Fantastic.
that's what it's all about. The crowd goes crazy. Absolutely crazy.
That has
As
to be
they
shot
should.
of the day. Shot of the day easy.
Get a replay, mate. Replay.
And,
I'm working on it, Brad.
and ladies and gentlemen, that is an 11. What's that? Pressure. Final. Unbelievable.
Photo frame that plays videos, and you just play that over and over and over. And you
Would
go through
you
it,
what?
Yeah.
Would you what? Okay, still nicely positioned in behind. But
That just a shot like that like kills it.
you could just call it early. You could just see it coming. It was beautiful.
It's not just the shot, but the dagger. What do we do now?
Well, you can almost see the shoulders drop when you have a sort of bowl like that. And this one's going to be all right too. Oh.
Wow. Ooh-wee.
I reckon you're almost in under just trying to sit it. But anyway, they'll see what they'll do.
These are the kind of shots that Adam's been trying to build.
Let's go build the head. Build the Got to get something close.
I like the line.
Needs to hold. Needs to hold. Hold. Oh,
That's
great
a very
ball.
good
Opens it up. Gives them the opportunity now.
I can play the shot that you like now.
Yes, in underneath. Yes, thank you.
Laurie,
The leads.
Out of the leads? Yes.
Yes.
Just a correction.
And that's a
Just
fair
been-
cry. Don't get me wrong. Other lead most of the time, if anything, has been behind, and that's been good. All right, pretty important bowl here. Still sticking to the same style. He's got more weight. He needs to come onto his own and flick it. Oh, no. Nice scoop there now for the side that I'd like, Brad. Do you see it? Do you see it?
You might have heard in the microphone the wind just popped up.
Yep.
Right at the wrong time, really. Right at the depth of the game. It's going to change that green. I can see shirts where they weren't before.
He's going behind. He needs to because there's already one back there for the opposition. Yep. There's
So
the call.
Paynes will have 2.
There's the call. Yep, definitely. That's the shot.
You know, and even if they kill it, even if it's on the end of the world, so not a bad result at all.
Well, Jackie Sharman's pumped. I think that's one end, the way he's indicated. Whoop, up goes the score. I think it was only one, but one's good enough, and I think they must have been down. So I think Jackie's come up with a death knock bowl, which is great.
Picked up 2 over there.
11-19. Pretty important bowl here.
And that will see a completion on rink 4.
It's thereabouts, mate.
Got to get down. Get down.
He's down. He's down. He's down. Push. Yes, he gets it in through. Wow.
Wow.
Well, in the area, great result. Just the one up.
Over opening bowl. There last end.
Well, folks, I can tell you there's a huge crowd here under the veranda. Huge crowd. Captivated by this match.
I'm not very good at counting, but it'd be a few hundred at least.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Holy, those orange bowls over there, they just keep on getting in on rink 3. Look at that. Oh, what a bowl. All right.
James has had a look at the head here. Mind's eye knows what the job is, what he needs to do. It's what I'd call a flat draw, which is a toucher. You just got to draw a toucher.
I tell you. Paynesville beautifully positioned as far as this head is concerned. Can't afford to be too heavy. It's where they come from. It's where they come from. Oh, he's short.
Maybe some wind. Start again.
Oh, it's definitely picking up what came by the flags.
Swapped around to the east.
Sea breeze has made its way up here. It'd be lovely to have a Lakes entrance right now. Sea breeze.
Can't do that.
I'd expect just a draw. You can kind of eat the one down. It's not a. Just got to clog up the head a bit more. Not bad. Round Nick Better's bowl. Oh, yep, he's done enough. Done enough for shot.
So the news I've been told is that Stratford have gone down to Bairnsdale out there, which was 46-33.
Some people finishing up on the far rinks, Phil.
Yeah. So let's have a look at the score over there. There was quite a difference before, and that's, of course, Division 2, played between Paynesville and... Yep.
Looks like...
Let's have a look. Oh, they've pushed... Yeah, Paynesville have moved away. There could be a big time tonight down at Paynesville. I think that might put the sleeping bags out in the clubhouse. What do you think?
Maybe Simon should have kept the...
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Giving that away?
No, already old.
Okay.
He just ran up a Bairnsdale bowl. That was
Mhm. Well, what's he going to do?
They're just making these little on ring 2. They've just pulled one back there.
Well, it looks like they're holding at least 2 on ring 3. Bairnsdale really need to get one in here.
Bairnsdale must score his hand.
And I mean, really, here's Billy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, he gets it.
Oh, he's opened it a smidge. I haven't got behind.
Super hard for him to make anything.
Oh, terribly sorry, but can you hear a fat lady?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Not singing yet?
No. I always wait if possible.
In saying that, I think they've got the hammer and nails out almost ready for almost.
And if you look at Paynesville, I've been from the Morton, Paynesville's position earlier in the year, or so 2 or 3 weeks out from finals. Would you expect this?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Always a danger team. Always a danger team. Same almost up Lindenau. They're always a danger team, I thought, too.
Yep.
But I thought these guys had the cattle in the field.
Yeah,
I
that's right.
always thought they had that.
Really worked on their front end.
Yep.
Front end. Really
Yep.
good. Like people compared to this. A few pages back.
Yep.
But what I've seen Pete in the last few weeks, especially, is just first class. Like,
he bowled brilliant against us in the last round. Oh!
Jack's just played an absolute ripper on another green. He's just trailed at about a foot for the shot, at least one shot.
It's at least 2 because the orange is theirs as well.
Maybe 3 purple ones in. 2.
Well, can't be short. Got to be into it. Change the head. Big call. Big call.
So that's 2 ends to go. I'm looking at the crew there. She's just driven in the car park.
Yes. I think she's doing the vocal exercises. And if it does come to fruition, coming from 5th to win is just mind-boggling, isn't it?
It's fantastic. Yeah. How good for
What percentage was it again you mentioned earlier in the coverage?
6.25 or 6.75%.
You got the right decimals there?
I could look it up. It's 6 point something.
Just round it, 7.
Oh. This McIntyre final five system really does open it up.
Tell you it's all over in Division 2 with Paynesville getting up 65 to 59. I think they're getting the karaoke machine getting up and ready to go in Paynesville. Mind you, I don't think they'll need any extra incentive. See how Lacey goes here. Absolute little chat, the way she's conducted herself, focus and everything. Correction has been wonderful.
She's really kept herself in control as well.
She's given it the pass for the extra wind, but it's definitely coming inside. And
there's a wind.
oh, feel the wind now, mate. Changes.
Coming from the right of the screen across to the left, and it's going at about 20 kilometres an hour.
To say to get this bowl close is an understatement.
Oh.
Definitely. Great weight. So there you go. They finished all over there. It's another 2, if not 3 over there. I think they'll update the scoreboard on rink 3. high fives, hugging already. Of course, that rink had two lady front ends, and they have done extremely well. 11 to 20. Big ask, huge ask. Wind's got the difference. Look at that. Yes, looking around the wind. You see it? He's coming up the narrow side.
And Brad, from the history of Paynesville wise, when any idea the last grand final?
So they were there last year.
Yep.
They lost to last year. So this will be their first flag for a little bit, I believe. But I'll probably be corrected.
Great little club down there next year. He overplayed the narrow side, and then the wind drops. So guess what happens? Away we go. Yep.
You can hear the tone in the crowd just changing. The confidence, not the confidence, but I suppose the vocalism have gone out and starting to hit home now.
Yep. As I said, Division 2 up by 5, up winning, beating Mafra. So they'll be up around surrounding this this match as well as the rink. They'll be up and out supporting right behind. Be a big night.
It's good bowl, eh?
Yep. For cover, left, right, and centre here. That's all you need.
So both teams are on their second last end. So 4 ends to travel.
They're needing a miracle. Needing a miracle.
Just look at the other rink that's still in play. I can't really see a way that Bairnsdale can.
Oh, look at the wind holds that out. Oh. They're getting to the stage of the day, they may have to have a run at that. 2 second shots. Oh, actually, probably 3 second shots.
Yeah, you've got to be thinking, how can I make a number out of this?
Yeah. They've got to throw caution to the wind. And the problem with that shot will be against is trying to get that one. If we watch this and see how the wind is now affecting it, folks, so you can see the flag. This one getting me closer. There is an opportunity. Got to hit it sweet. Move the jack. Wind coming through the mics.
So telling you, one behind about where James is standing. He's standing about 3 metres behind the head, off to the side. On the line, about 2 or 3 foot out.
Well, Brad Montan's gone for a drive down there, which would indicate that he was going for the glory shot. So probably not good on ring 2. Here comes this ball. Oh, I told you it'd be harder. Play. That's all good.
Well, if I'm a Bairnsdale person, I wouldn't be moving. I wouldn't be in a great rush of moving right at the moment. Seeing it
Yeah, I told you. It's glory time. Here we go. He's got it. Oh, he's got it. Oh, he just sat one out.
I think
Oh,
Paynesville's holding one shot.
no. No. It's worth a run.
3 or 4. Chili's really got to get one in here.
You can hear all the noise in under here, folks. It's certainly building up.
Oh,
That's a Linden elbow too.
Charlie's really got to get another one in the head.
Oh, Wind's holding it out. Doesn't want to get it. Go it. Got to go it.
Looks like to me Bairnsdale might have the next 3.
It's got to go up whichever way. This stage, it's got to go up. Definitely got to go. The question is which hand. Narrow side, go with the fluke.
And probably got the next maybe.
Yep. Oh, feel the wind pick up too.
They picked up 3 in the middle ring.
Who did?
Paynesville.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I knew when I saw Brad going with weight next door, it had to be.
So it takes to 64.
Oh, way off, folks. Bad luck. One down. How are the mathematics, Brad? Yep. How are the mathematics?
So I have it 64.
Yep. That was their 20th end.
They picked up 1. 65.
Huge credit to Paynesville how they just held on at that critical time, because with their experience, standing.
Well, they did nip away, but they just kept that distance, which has been fantastic.
I do believe that led from the start as well, wasn't it?
Yep, correct. Got that break. You're right.
And just looking across the 3 rinks, I think all.
And watch this.
Oh, just a gust of wind.
Wow.
Jack.
It does get to this little score. A lot closer than the results
Most
indicate. Yeah.
The rink we've been watching here, the front ends have just had such a great battle, really putting the pressure on. And at times, the back end plays some really good shots as well. Not a lot of weighted shots.
She'll be happy with her game today.
Oh, she'll be ecstatic. Sit by the phone, young lady. Sit by the phone. What a thrill. 11 years of age. Division 1 premiership. How good's that?
Follow up.
And not to beat any guys.
Lacey's bowled extremely well, but you've got to have that pressure from the opposition.
Oh, too right. Time to lift that in anyway.
So, folks, just probably just going through the motions at the moment.
Tucks it away. Pretty well.
still mathematically possible, but
Yeah.
practically probably.
We'll look at some and they've just denied them that all day. Cutting, getting second shot, covering, being smart.
Let's put that on the wind to do its job.
That's good. Yep, that's fine. It's good enough.
See it with that breeze.
Yeah, oh, feel the blast now.
I was thinking about having a roll up before I went back to links, but I might not.
Probably not.
Heaps of responses now coming through.
Yep. Yep.
Everyone congratulating Paynesville up on the comments.
Yep. As they should. Yep.
Fantastic team effort. 3 points. I think they've kept pretty much the same side through the whole season as well. It's just been the changes they've had to make through unavailability or.
Well, I think you said they massaged the front ends. They persevered too, not too. Enough, not to do that. But it's great. Credit to them.
No, if you're Bairnsdale, killing that and extending the game or.
I think your slot selection changes. But yeah, no, that's what you're about. Got nothing to lose now. Now they'll probably try and cover the ditch. Nope.
Line of
They did the job.
the shot.
I see Brad Montant going to drive over there too. So single jack attack. That's what they're up to now. Misses. Show game over. Still got, yep, game over there.
Well, if anything, you're going to rid your body of a bit of frustration.
Be frustrating when you meet the top and you do all of that, but credit where credit is due.
So final bowls on rink 2.
Yep.
That 3 shots for Paynesville.
Oh, wow. And that's what I spoke about. You go for your shots and all of a sudden it's a blowout, isn't it? You have to go for multiples.
Yep.
And what happens from there is go down multiples. And that's what's happened here today. Don't put too much after that is playing catch up, catch up. But I would say it's numerically obviously impossible now. So it's literally just going through the motions. Yep. And when you're looking at the skip doing a draw now, that is it. They know it's just let's just get something close.
Oh, yeah.
But expect a big cheer coming up in a few seconds, folks. Be some scores, a few other things, I'm sure. I'll be into it.
I have been known after winning the flag to sleep for the drive home. I'm prime feeling for when I get back to the
And here you go. Look at this, and he's just move it. Huge cheer. I go, yep, we'll play for that. End on a great result. People looking at other regions and looking in on this, we'll have to say that the quality of bowls down here is pretty good, Bradley.
Yeah, that's right. Heading up to the Miami for the
will they? Will they? What?
It is a fantastic time going up there with your teammates who you've battled with all season.
Yes. And there it is, folks. Shaking of the hands.
Well done, Paynesville.
Slap on the back. Well done. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, again, exactly what I thought it would be.
Yes.
Close, tight tussle. Just had that.
Yep.
You know,
They're just,
17, 18
they're just up and about. So what I. Yeah. So, folks, I think pretty well. Pete, we're happy with that. Yep. So, what I want to do is particularly thank our guest commentators. Brad. Thank Anthony. Thanks, everyone. Expert. Of course, a big thanks. Halftime. I don't know how the numbers were going this week, but apparently they were through the roof, so we're extremely happy with that. Hope we'll do that. If you're thinking for a tie, we'll place in Gippsland, folks, and look at some great people, bowling clubs. We thank Mayfield for putting on their clubs for down here as well, which is fantastic, which has been excellent. As well. And in our spot, who have we got?
With it, I suppose that's which is great. That's aftercare, pure inside bowls. Dave's got a tomorrow, which is fantastic.
Yep.
Down at Coringle, we've got some real estate agents down there that are helping out as well.
Really?
Yes.
You know who?
Yes, I do. I did. But we'll
sorry.
We'll display them tomorrow.
Yes. Are you talking about from our club? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, O'Brien Real Estate.
O'Brien Real Estate.
In Frankston, certainly.
Don't forget the venue hired at the Irish Room in Balneary.
Yes.
And a big shout.
Now they put so much back into this community. I can't get much back into the around here. Congratulations. The Maffra.
Well, folks, still call it out.
Wow. Great match. Thanks, Bradley. Thanks, Big Bad Pete Susovich. And, of course, special comments from the only fleet. Thanks, folks. That's us signing out. Sayonara.